All right.
I may be muting myself as I eat, so if you ever ask me a question and there's a long pause, that's probably the reason. Just a heads up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm eating as well. I'm sorry, but I literally didn't have time to eat during the day, and I'm just dead starving. And a starving GM is a grumpy GM, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
So anyway, who's making notes today? Because I've already created the document.
I have one more note-taking session to get the XP, so I'll do it today.
All right.
Okay.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
You were traveling through the underground tunnels under the Talabheim wall in the dark and forbidden places of the earth. You've enlisted the help of one Eladio Solorzano, an Estelian, who promised to actually bring you into the city itself, because Talabheim has closed its gates to everyone because of the plague of the Grey Og. After traveling for many hours through the claustrophobic tunnels, with only the light of your lanterns and torches, feeling the press of thousands of tons of rock above your head, you've made a short stop in sort of a grotto. Unfortunately, something found you. Something horrible and something that should not exist. Rats who walk like men. Most of you heard tales, but they were just that, fancy tales spoken in the taverns after one too many beers, or by, spoken by people who wanted to just garner attention, speaking about rats, tall as men. You never thought that things like that existed, but here they are now. Here they are now. 3 rugged figures in tattered cloaks. 2 of them look like they are blind. All of them look like they have at least several diseases ravaging their bodies. They are holding wickedly curved knives or short swords, you're not really sure in the darkness, in the gloom. And screeching with hate, they charge at you. Eladio ripped out his pistol and his rapier, ready to fight, and so are you. So, please roll for initiative, because that's literally when we last ended our session. Combat. Oh, by the way, you can see the 3 ratmen in the handout section.
Yeah.
It's D10 plus what?
A D10 plus your agility, and please give me the whole, whole amount, so I can note it.
And if you're on Roll20, the character sheet has initiative down below your fate points.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Oh.
So Leopold is 52. Brian, how much are you?
58.
58. All right. Jason.
48.
48. All
So
right.
I put my agility in where it says modifier.
What?
Well, yeah. So you on the character sheet down. If you scroll down below all your stats, I sort of shrunk up my screen so it might be different. But under your secondary stats, attacks, wounds, magic, and fate, there's a thing that says initiative, and it's got your score, and then it's got a thing, and it'll roll the D10 for you and add it.
Yeah.
So I add D10 to modifier, and score is my.
No. You just roll you hit the roll button, and it'll roll a D10, and it'll add it to whatever your agility score is, because it already copied your agility score down.
Okay.
It should have anyway, so you can double check it.
All right.
Yeah. That's a fake roll. I was just doing that to see if it works.
Okay, Lucas, how much base agility do you have?
48, and I rolled an 8, so I got 56.
You've got 56. All right, cool. All right. Fortunately, the diseased-looking things are a bit slower than most of you. Salvatore, you are first to react. You see them charge at you, waving their blades, screeching like demented monsters that they are, and you generally think that you're going to have a pretty bad time with those oversized rodents.
Is there a rock behind me or something I could climb up on? Like, fall back and get to higher ground?
No, not really, because this grotto is just, it's an empty space. Not huge empty space, but still. There are a few, of course, there are a few rocks on the ground, but they are very small rocks.
I think we ought to...
I don't want to charge, I don't want to be charged, so I want to fall back a little bit.
Alright, so you're just falling back. Okay.
I should have my sword and club out already from before.
You have?
I think when they came out before, did we get weapons out?
No. Actually, I don't.
Oh, okay.
No, we stopped just as they came out.
Yeah. So
I'll do that now then.
Okay.
Fall back and get my weapons out.
You have a quick draw.
No.
So if you're going to fall back, it's a double action. So you won't be able to pull out your weapons.
Okay. Well, with 2 attacks, does that help?
No, you need to have quick draw to actually, because pulling a single weapon is a single action, and everyone has 2 actions per round. So if you pull club and you pull your sword, it's 2 actions. But
can I pull sword and fall back, and then worry about the club next round?
You can pull a sword and make a few steps back.
Okay, good.
All right.
I'll do that.
All right. So you did just that. And next up is Lucas.
Okay, so if I pull out both my hatchet and my knife, that's all I can do?
Yes. Unless you have quick draw.
I don't believe I do. Let me do a real quick check. Nope. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Alright. You've ripped out your hatchet and your dagger, prepared to meet the onslaught of the Skaven. So now we are moving on to Leopold.
Yeah, I pull out my dagger and club. Say, come at me, bro.
Alright. The Skaven are upon you. Now I shall see who they charge first, because we have 6 characters total.
Lucas, you go back and drew 1 weapon too?
No, I drew 2 weapons, but stood my ground.
Now,
Yeah, me too.
now, I'm assuming they have a higher initiative than 48.
Yeah, they have.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't
Alright,
forgotten.
one Skaven is charging towards Eladio. One Skaven is charging towards... I mean, you don't know they are Skaven, actually. No, actually, sorry. I think you do. They've... yeah, you've heard the word Skaven before. It's been some time
Yeah,
since...
Eladio.
Yeah, Eladio.
Eladio told us, I believe.
Yeah, so the mythical Skaven charge you. One is going straight for Eladio. The other is going straight for Leopold. And the last one is charging towards Sally, who, even though he is quick, these beasts are much quicker. All of them make a charge move. So we shall start with Leopold.
Okay.
And you've met the Skaven charge by blocking his rusty blade with both your club and your dagger. Sparks flew, and you can smell the horrible stench coming from this creature. It stinks of rotting fur, musk, and its breath probably could kill you if you're going to inhale it long enough. The thing that charged you doesn't have any eyes, just empty eye sockets.
Gross.
Yeah. Next one is for you, Sally. You are charged by a thing with bandages covering its head. it lunges towards you and tries to plunge his blade right into your chest. And he kind of hit you, so you might want to dodge.
Okay. I'm rolling agility or weapon skill for this.
Well, it's dodge, not parry, so agility. Oh, by the way, each of them has a weapon in each hand, like two long curved blades.
Could Sally parry since he has two hand weapons?
He has, because
I'll take a dodge.
yeah, because he pulled a single weapon and made a few steps back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Fortunately, you've managed to jump to the side just as the thing's blades swooshed past you. You were lucky this time. The last Skaven is charging towards Eladio, but the Estalian parried his strike expertly with his rapier. Now it's your turn, guys. Now it's Vincent. The accursed
right.
Darius.
Yes, he's going to quickly sling his water skin, because I believe that's where he was last off, and then picking up his shield and spear, which would be most likely leaning up against a rock or a wall nearby.
Alright.
And that's probably all I can do.
Alright. After that we have Eladio. Actually, Eladio should be first. My bad.
Well, yeah, I think I went last, so...
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
or Gennaro.
So now we have Eladio. Eladio is going to shoot the Skaven point blank with his pistol.
Is Gennaro out of action at this point? Pretty much.
No, but Eladio just misfired.
Uh-oh.
Like a chum. Oh my god. It's the first time I'm going to use a misfire table in a long time, actually.
I hope we could find our way out of the tunnels without him.
Nope.
So good.
Yeah, it's this can be a problem for you guys if he's going to buy it.
He only needs one arm to lead us out.
Yeah, sure.
One eye, one arm, maybe one leg.
As long as it's the opposite side of the arm he's missing.
Yeah.
So one of us can prop him up. Yeah.
Where's the goddamn... Oh my god, I always forget where it is. Okay, anyway, he tried to fire his pistol, and you've heard fizzle, and that's it. Just a wisp of smoke coming from the barrel, unfortunately. Yeah, well, that's the problem with black powder weapons in the old world.
Yeah.
They are
Yeah.
extremely temperamental, and they sometimes might even kill their wielders. Okay, I'm just going to find it here. Oh, come on. Okay, just wait a second, guys. I'm going to find it very quick. Sorry.
I forgot. How's everybody doing as far as injury-wise?
I only have two damage, so I'm pretty good.
I think I'm down 2 as well.
Had to snatch my copy of Old World Armory. I have it right here. Oh my
I think I've got 7. That's what I've got listed.
The
Ouch.
pistol exploded in his hands.
Ah, crap.
Oh my god. Okay. Alright, you've heard the Estalian scream as the handgun exploded in his hand. Even from here you could hear, that he's hurt badly, very badly. Great. Now it's
Start.
What?
It's off to a good start.
Yeah. Gennaro is pulling his weapons, and that's everything he's doing. So now, it's the new round. We have Sally once again. A frothing mad Skaven is trying to savage you with his blades. What are you going to do about it?
Can I draw the second weapon and make one attack?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I'm going to draw the club and attack with the sword.
Alright, you pulled out your club while simultaneously lunging with your sword. Roll for it, baby.
Woo!
Great!
Nice.
However, the Skaven dodged. He quickly lunged to the side. They're inhumanly quick. You've never seen anything moving so fast or so agile. Your blow missed the creature. Right now, we have Lucas.
Okay. What's the nearest? Which is the nearest Skaven to me?
You decide. You tell me.
Just gang up on him. Like, try and get as many
Yeah,
guys
that's what
up.
I'm trying to figure. So, okay, here's what I figure. I figure since Sally was backing up, that means that one is back is to me, which would probably be the one that I would go after.
Or his flank, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
However, since I have to engage, I can't go in. I have to do a charge attack. Is the only way to get there, right? Or is that
No. Move and
no?
attack.
Okay, but that would still be all my. Like I couldn't move attack or move go into a defensive stance and attack, right?
No, but you have
No.
a second weapon in your hand, so you can. So you have one single parry.
Okay, in that case, I would charge into his rear or flank, whichever would be the easiest one to get to. But yeah.
You mean move up and attack because you're too close for the charge reaction.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So you turn around and you lunge towards the beast, which is trying to rip out Sally's throat, and the creature somehow managed to hear you coming and once again jump to one side. Unfortunately, Leopold.
Yep. I go, unleash Sigmar's fury with my club.
Did that Skaven dodge twice in one turn?
No.
No.
I've just presented this in
Okay.
such a way.
He's dramatized my mission.
Oh, all right.
Makes me sound less of an incompetent fighter.
It's flavor text.
Yes.
All right.
It's for the atmosphere. All right, Leopold, go for it. Go for your scale.
All right, my mighty club.
By the way, what kind of attack are you going to perform?
I am going to. I think I'm going to take, since I have a parrying weapon, and I'm concerned about multiple attacks from this guy because he has two weapons.
Yeah.
I'm going to go into a parrying stance and then do a standard attack.
Great.
Son of a.
You tried to strike him with his club, but the thing skittered away right before lunging towards you once again. These things are vile beyond any measure. It's Skaven time. So, first one is still trying to savage Sally. And it misses completely. It slashes at you, Sally, with both of its knives, but you are managed to dodge or parry every single strike. You can see froth coming from this thing's vile mouth. Now, Leopold, the one attacking you, it managed to strike you right in the chest with one of its blades. Are you going to parry or are you going to dodge?
I'm going to parry.
Alright.
So, I guess it doesn't matter. I've got a parry for each weapon. It doesn't matter which weapon I click on, I assume.
No.
Alright. Alright, so I parry. Oh, of course not.
Maybe luck.
So that's my question. According to my sheet, did we get our luck back? Because I used up...
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Like I've said, luck is
Yeah,
resetted once every session.
Okay. Alright, well then I will... I'm down to only 4 luck because I lost a fate point. So I will use one and re-roll that.
Great.
Oh!
That was really horrible.
Alright, so...
Okay. Alright.
Alright, so now let me roll and see what will happen. Actually, I only need the first digit. It's 8.
I'm not standing near him, am I?
With which
I
weapon,
explode.
With which weapon
That
were
was
you
the-
pairing?
I was pairing with the club initially, yeah.
Alright, the thing was much stronger than you anticipated. It struck you with horrible strength and smashed your club to pieces.
My grandfather's club!
Yeah.
Did he carve from a tree trunk that was hit by a piece of lightning or a bolt of lightning?
Yeah. You bastard!
And of course, the blow is coming right towards your chest, which deals a total of 9 damage. But you have 1 extra point of armor on your chest because the club took some of the impact force.
Okay.
So take that into account.
Okay, so I take off 2 then for armor and 2 for toughness.
All right.
So I end up taking 5 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've been struck horribly by the Skaven's rusty blade. You feel incredible pain as it slashed open your chest. Yes, unfortunately. So we had Sally, we've had Leopold, now it's time for Eladio, who just lost his street cred. Oh my god, now it's Skaven's time to suck.
Alright.
Thank goodness.
Maybe we can have them kill themselves again like those last guys.
Yeah.
It's our only strategy that's been very efficient. So.
Pray for botches.
The Skaven who was attacking a stallion was probably a bit over-enthusiastic, and as he tried to slash at the stunned man with his blade, he actually let it go. The blade whistled through the air, past Lucas' face, and clanged against a stone wall a few meters later. Back, a few meters back. So yeah, that's it. Please forgive me for a second, I'll be back.
Yep.
We need to gang up on these guys. Like get as many on one of them as possible. Like beat them into the ground and move on to the next. That seems to be a good strategy. 'Cause at least that way we get the bonuses.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it definitely is a good strategy. I mean, that's what we should be doing every time.
They have a negative modifier if they're ganged up on, right?
I'm back.
I think we get that we get a positive modifier.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm back. All right. So now it's Eladio. Poor Eladio.
Gonna beat him with a stump.
No, I mean he still has all of his fingers, fortunately. Cursing strongly in Estelian, Eladio slashes at his Skaven quickly, twice with his rapier. And he manages to hit, but the Skaven will try to dodge. And he failed, like a drum. Oh. Wow. Yeah, first blow did nothing. Second blow. No. The fight between the Estelian and the Skaven is vicious and incredibly hard fought, but so far you don't know who become the victor. Gennaro is lumbering towards Leopold, swinging his club while almost drunkenly saying something like that. So, and he almost brained you, Leopold.
Hey, why?
Enthusiastic blow.
Gosh. Who do we have as a fight choreography here?
Alright, so now, once again, new turn.
Oh, can I,
oh, Vincent. You
yeah.
were. Yeah, sorry, forgot about you. Go for
I
it.
may have... Should I go before the Estalion?
Yeah, but I just forgot
Okay.
about you. Sorry about that.
I didn't. All right. Who can I attack?
You decide. You can attack almost anyone.
All right. Well, I'll go after the one that Lucas and Sally are trying to work on.
All right.
Do I have to move to attack, or can I actually charge?
You have to move and attack, but you get a +20 modifier for
All right.
for Sally and Lucas.
Okay, I'll do that, and then I'll attack with my spear. It's poor quality, so I'll have a -5 to weapon skill.
Exactly.
So success either way.
Great. Wait a second. He'll try to parry your strike.
And I have a fast
No.
weapon, so he'll have a
Yeah.
minus to that.
He
Alright.
he didn't manage to parry. You've plunged your spear right into the creature's hind leg.
Alright. So 7 total.
7 total. All right.
Nice.
Whoa, oh, I'm sorry, I got struck mighty blow, so that'd be 8 total.
8. All right.
Did you just get that last session?
No, I had it a couple sessions ago.
Oh, okay.
The thing is almost probably immune to pain because it didn't even let out a grunt. It just keeps on fighting. Right now, Sally, you're up. There are 3 of you against a single Skaven.
Okay, I'm gonna scream "Kaza de Rati" and swing with both weapons, all out attack.
All out attack. All right, so it's plus 30% total.
Yeah.
Go.
Oh wait, it's plus 20 for all out attack, plus the 10 for.
You can't have more than plus 30% during combat.
I've got you. Maybe let's just make a regular attack and still be able to dodge or parry if that happens.
Yeah. So you only
okay.
get plus 20%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do your 2 attacks.
Yeah. One at a time, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. First one.
Nope.
No.
And
Second
now
one.
second one minus 10. But
I'm
you...
gonna use luck there.
No, wait, because you had still plus 20% for...
Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
Yeah, you still had plus 20% for both of them, but minus 10, so it's like plus 10. Yeah, you've managed to hit the thing. Alright, roll for damage. You've struck
Okay.
it right in the arm. Oh.
2 plus strength of 3. 5 minus.
You've crunched the thing's arm into the thing's arm, just like with Vincent. It doesn't really care, or maybe it won't show that it is in pain. Okay, now we have Lucas.
Okay, so unlike Sally, who held back, I see an abomination against nature, and therefore an abomination against Tal,
Yes.
and spit at it
Yes.
and do an all-out attack.
Awesome. Go for it.
Okay. Oh wait, that was the strength. Sorry, wrong roll.
No worries. Great.
Even better.
You've managed to strike the thing right into the chest with your axe. Roll for damage.
And that's just a D10
Yeah.
plus strength.
Yes.
Which was
Well,
my
roll
strength
10. Roll
bonus.
10.
Ooh,
Hey!
Nice.
Almost. That's still really good.
You've buried the blade of your axe in the thing's breastbone. It gurgled horribly, part gurgle, part screech, and crumpled to the ground in a heap. Good job.
As I pull my axe out, I'm going to spit on it again.
Yeah, I say. True. Leopold.
All right, so now I take it that I still have my dagger in my left hand.
Yes.
There's a penalty for using your offhand?
Yes.
Is it?
Minus 10%.
Okay.
Not
So
more,
my
actually.
question.
I'm not sure if it's not minus 20 even. But you
Okay.
can switch the blade as a free action.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is can I, or like a half action or whatever. So what I want to do is switch hands,
All right.
and try to stab him with the dagger. Now, I guess if I have time, I want to aim, but I don't know if that helps me out for this or for the next time.
For this time, you can aim and attack. No worries.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try to stab him in the liver.
All right. You are aiming your attack, and you are trying to stab him. Mess with flamingo, get the stabingo.
Yeah. So,
As
let
they used
me
to say.
actually roll the correct one.
Oh,
Woohoo!
great.
Nice.
Wait a second.
Euthanize.
He didn't manage to dodge. All right, you've plunged your blade right into the creature's abdomen.
Mhm.
Roll.
All right.
Damage.
So damage for a dagger is still D10, or is it something
No,
else?
damage for dagger is, I think, strength -2, I believe.
Oh, strength -2. Okay, so I think that would maybe be a 1.
No, sorry, it's strength -3.
Oh, so it'd be 0. So I do 0 damage.
Well,
Well, it's still a D10.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah, you still roll a d10. You're just not getting any kind of strength bonus for it.
Right. Yeah, that I got. Okay, I did understand that part of it. All right. So boom.
Yay.
Yeah, your dagger, became tangled in the creature's rags, or maybe you even managed to strike it, but you're not sure. These things are in such a horrible condition that they might as well be immune to almost all pain. Alright, it was Leopold, Lucas, well, yes, sorry. Alright, so now it's Skaven time. So it's your Skaven. Your Skaven will try to also stab you. Stabby. Because he sensed that you are in a poor defensive situation, so to speak. And yeah, he managed to plunge his blades into your torso. You might want to dodge that.
Sorry, I zoned out. Who is that? Is that me?
Yeah.
You, yeah.
Awesome. All right. I am going to try to dodge.
Great.
So is that half because I don't have the dodge blow skill?
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo!
Ooh,
Ha!
just in time you
Yeah.
managed to jump to the side as the thing's blades whistled past you. Yeah, you were lucky. Sigmar was clearly with you this time.
Yep.
So now the Skaven attacking Eladio is also trying to stab at him, but the canny stallion, still cursing like a sailor, is just dancing around the vile creature. So now it's Vincent.
Alright, so I guess the situation... Gennaro and Leopold are attacking one, right?
Yeah.
Alright, well, I want to look down and kind of come to the realization that my midsection is exposed and these giant rat creatures kind of fall into the tiniest of... even though they're not tiny, they represent the tiniest of Tal's children.
Oh,
And-
good that Lucas
and-
doesn't hear that.
And, well, yeah, I'm not speaking this, but now that my gut is exposed and I'm in this situation, I'm fighting against fate here, and I'm going to charge the one attacking Leopold. I guess would that be a charge or move to attack, or am I close enough to just engage with the spear?
You can just engage it with a spear.
Alright, I will do the 2 attacks then.
Alright.
So,
Against the one fighting with Leopold, right?
yes, Leopold and Gennaro. So,
You've got plus 20%, then -5, so it's like plus 50%.
alright. So, first attack
Great.
hits very, very well. Alright, that's D10 plus 4. Oh, alright.
Alright.
Did I still hit him?
Yeah. He
Alright.
tried to dodge, but you were quicker.
Okay.
You've managed to slash open his arm. Well, that had to hurt.
8 plus 4.
8 plus 4. Did you include the...
Yes,
Alright.
the strike mighty blows in that.
Alright. You've pierced the creature's left arm, all the way through. This, it probably felt because it screeched. Something like that.
Alright, well, I'm not done yet.
Yeah. But now you only have plus 5% because minus
Okay.
10 for the second attack.
Alrighty.
Twist that spear.
Got him.
Yeah, you managed. Roll for damage.
Again. Ooh, again,
Wow.
12 total.
And this time you've managed to stab
It's
your spear right under its ribs. It collapsed to the ground, vomiting blood from its disgusting lungs. You've did it. Great.
It sounds like a small child. Is it good?
Squeals like a small child.
We're parents.
Alright.
Right, so after that we have Eladio, who just tried to do his best and fail.
He's attacking the one that's attacking Leopold?
No, he has his own target.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Vincent just killed the one that was attacking Eladio.
No.
Nope.
No.
Oh,
No, I just killed the one that was attacking us. And then
Vincent-
Sean killed. Not Sean. I'm sorry. Yeah, Vincent. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. I'm confusing myself even
No,
more.
Vincent killed the one that was attacking Leopold.
okay,
Yep.
I got it.
You see that Eladio and his assailant are still dancing around each other, but fortunately with your Skaven killed, you've managed to descend upon the vile creature and hack it to pieces with your weapons.
Yay.
The fight is over. Yeah, you can feel the blood in the dank underground air. You can feel the horrible smell of feces and guts spilled on the ground. For some reason, the dead Skaven are stinking even worse than when they were alive. You see that Solorzano looks around while holding his wounded hand. There are a few splinters lodged in his palm, but he still has all of his fingers, since only the barrel of his pistol exploded, fortunately, and not the entire contraption. He scratches his head and says, sorry. He scratches his head and says, they didn't expect us to be here. They were running from something. He grins briefly, pointing the way the Skaven came from. Fortunately, that is not our road. You see that his hand swivels to point at another tunnel. That is. Come on, let's go.
Alright, I guess we ought to gather all of our stuff. I guess there's nothing to pick up at this point, right?
Well, I don't know. Do you want to loot the bodies?
No.
I want to kind of poke at him with my sword. I obviously don't want to touch him with my hand, but I want to see if they have anything relevant, like any kind of instructions or...
Well, it's rather hard to discern by just poking with your sword.
Yeah.
because They are...
Just see if anything falls out when I kind of jostle their rags with my sword.
No, nothing comes out. And as Eladio
Okay.
says what you are doing, he says, I wouldn't do that, signore. They can kill even after they are dead.
I'd scrape my sword off on a rock.
Right. Your group
Yeah.
travels for another half hour before the Estalian stops you all to hunker down in a small alcove. He indicates the packs he gave you all at the start of the journey. Put the clothes on you find in there. You see that each pack contains what looks to be a worksman's smock, covered with dark stains. You are all die walkers now. Congratulations on your new profession. He grins. This is where we part ways, my friends. A short trip down this tunnel will bring you to the rear of Dorner's Dice, where you all will blend in with the evening shift who should all just be getting off work. Dorner's is in the Ratholz, Welcome to Talabheim. So Thanos stands, takes a few steps, and pauses to throw back over his shoulder. I shall play to media for you all. Then you see that he disappears into the shadows of the tunnel. So,
All right. So we are dye workers, and we are located.
You say dock work?
Die,
Yeah.
D-Y-E.
Die.
Oh, dock
yeah.
workers.
And we're in the Talos.
No, you are actually emerging, because I presume that you are emerging.
Uh-huh.
You can see it on the map. It's called the Rat Holes. You are emerging
Oh.
from a tunnel, one of many,
Okay.
built directly into the Talbaston wall. And in front of you, you see a literal sea of ramshackle, lousy-looking buildings. It really reminds you of the labyrinth in Nuln, but for some reason this place is even worse. You can see that the sun is slowly rising, and but the thing is that its rays don't come here. They don't fall on this place because the Talos are almost completely obscured by the Talbaston wall. From one part, and I mean from one point, and from the other, you can see above the sea of these decrepit buildings that there are many other constructions of, like, much better quality in the far distance, including walls separating parts of the city. You can see it actually on the map if you look closely. Everyone can see Ratholes and Talos, I hope.
Yes.
All right.
This is right above the second A in Talabheim on the map.
No, it's number 12.
Oh.
It's like the Talos is the most densely packed area on the map. Like
I think I'm looking.
the most densely packed city, like city urban area. You are emerging into this endless, winding, very narrow and filthy streets. The stench is horrible. It literally just, you almost gag. You can you can smell that there are probably many tanneries nearby. The trash and feces are in parts overflowing the narrow streets. The buildings are so closely packed that some of them almost connect with their roofs. So the whole feeling is that of a claustrophobia. You are actually quickly begin to pass many people. Many of them in similar clothes to yours, because I mean, sorry, I didn't ask you, but I presume that you are wearing the clothes that Eladio.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm. You of course hear the usual sounds of a huge city, but unlike in Naun, where there was almost the constant sound of gunfire, and the sounds of countless workshops and like engineering shops, you guess. Here is just loud because, well, it's a big city full of many people. In the distance, you can hear what you guess are probably heralds, shouting about laws that will go into effect very soon, or who are actually glorifying the leader of the city, the Countess. In Nuln, the Countess was like a ruler, and here it is. Here there's also a female leader. So you are making your way through the Talos, not really knowing where to go. Gennaro is coughing heavily. Tell me, what's your plan? You are in Talabheim. You are officially inside Talabheim.
All right. So we got a couple objectives. We need to go to the
By the way, remember one thing: you don't have a map.
Okay. Well, I guess we have two definite objectives. We have to meet the apothecary is one, then we have to meet up with Deadeye, which is, I think, probably something separate.
Yeah, who is
Unrelated.
Deadeye? I never got who that was.
We don't really know yet. He's a contact that what's his name?
Not Nero, but what's the other guy's name?
Nihilus?
Nihilus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
Nihilus told us to go
Deadeye.
see Deadeye? Okay.
That was our original mission before we even left Non, was to meet Deadeye.
Okay. But we have no idea where to meet Deadeye. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe a Temple of Moor?
Yeah, let's do it.
The apothecary, we do have the guy's name, right?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
Apothecary Daubler.
Okay. Would it be, should we look for a tavern and see if we can get some information there on where we can find this guy?
Everyone roll for intelligence. Sally gets a plus 10% modifier, please.
I think we're supposed to keep that quiet, though. His name.
Didn't help me
I-
much.
Nope.
I passed.
Jason passed, yeah.
I are smart.
SMRT. I am so smart.
Woohoo!
Andrew, what about? Oh, yeah.
Oh, I failed miserably.
Yeah. Vincent and Leopold. Both of you know that, I mean, you presume that right now you are in the most dangerous part of this city. Because this place really looks horrible, and more than once you had a feeling that, someone nasty was looking at you as you passed by the endless side streets. Side streets. There are no main streets in this district. Actually, you more than once found yourself in a dead end, and you had to backtrack to find your way.
Just a thought. We should find an inn and get some actual sleep because we didn't really sleep much the night before.
But maybe we should go somewhere a little safer.
I would agree with that.
Is it possible to see if there's any thief signs around?
Oh yeah,
You have secret signs, Steve?
Yes, I do.
I do. Yep. Do.
Both of you can roll then.
That's intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just have to figure out which one is actually the secret signs thief because I can't read the full thing. Okay, there it is.
Jeez.
Woohoo!
There you
At least
go.
one of us is be a thief.
Vincent, you managed to spot a sign that is that you know.
Well, I want to point that out to Leopold and be like, is that what you're looking for?
I mean, sorry, Leopold. Oh my god. Sorry.
Okay. They all sound alike.
Yeah. The sign says. Actually, you tell me. What do you want the sign to say?
What do I want?
Leopold is the bomb.
Skaven stink.
Yeah.
The accursed Darash was here.
No. Well. What I was hoping it would say is like this way to get out, but
All right. This way to the gate.
yeah.
All right. And,
That's what
yeah, you
Like
see I mean, not an arrow per se, but a symbol that is an arrow in the thief sign, pointing in a random direction. Honestly.
Okay. So there's a sign here that says we should go this way to get to the gate.
Sounds good to me.
Which you do. You are walking through the through this district, which you've managed to deduce from people, few people that you've passed by, few people that were speaking to each other, who honestly looked like beggars or very poor workers, is named the Talos. You've also managed to hear that that things are not well in Talabheim, but that's basically the only thing that you've managed to overhear without, speaking to someone directly. Eventually, you reach the northern wall, which you can see on the map. Out of game, it divides Merchant District from the Talos.
Okay.
There's a small gate, which on this side is not guarded. I mean, you don't see any guards, at least. But there are like two small inbuilt towers, from which you can hear, "Halt! Who goes there?" Well, the cat ate your tongues.
We're just some simple dye workers.
You think this is funny, beggar?
We're just some simple dye workers trying to get to the markets.
To the market. Where? You mean the Merchant District?
Yeah, that's it.
Great. So, pay the fee and you can pass.
What is the fee?
A single penny per leg.
Okay.
Oh,
What about
Gennaro
me?
gets a discount this time.
I'll pay it with the war chest.
All right.
Okay.
Alright.
Um,
So that's 9.
you see that that the window at the bottom of the tower opened, and an armored hand, stuck out of it with a small wooden bowl. Drop the coins here. You can hear a voice coming from inside.
I put them in the bowl.
The hand withdrew, and after a few seconds, you can hear that someone from the other side began to open the gate. On the other side, you see a much nicer view. The Merchant District, apparently, it is as it is called, has been built in with more space in mind. The buildings are not so crowded. You can see hundreds of people walking through the streets, mainly merchants, but also soldiers in the livery of Talabheim, the red and white uniforms, armed with spears and halberds, as well as short swords or short axes mainly. You can also see, actually, Vincent, you are surprised by that. Quite a few people who look like they are some sort of academics. In longer robes, carrying books and scrolls. Even from this place, as you are walking through the gate, passing by two guards who are looking at you with disapproval, you can see that there are many shops here, many stands, offering everything from weapons to food to clothes. Yeah.
If I ever see that we're walking by any kind of authority and Gennaro starts to cough or make a scene, I have the skill Blather, and I'm just going to kind of use that to kind of strike up a loud, obnoxious conversation with the authority, like positive, but just kind of distract them away from Gennaro's scene if he starts to make one.
Worst case, we can say that he dropped a big bag of dye or something and breathed it all in.
I'm going to see if Gennaro will manage to stifle his cough. Yeah, he did. You see that the young Tylian, probably knowing what will happen to him if he'll get caught, manages to stop his shivering and coughing at least for a short while, hang his head low, and just shuffle forward with you. You're in a much nicer place. On your left, you can see the mighty. You can actually see the Wizard's Way on the other side, coming down, and above the Wizard's Way, you can see the other side of the main entrance to the city. And on your right, above the wall, dividing this place, this district of the city. You can see the roof. You can see the roofs of many temples. You can see high spires of what you presume is a palace. and actually you can actually see above a few hills, the much better looking manors and residences of, well, probably the most wealthy citizens of Talabheim. Of course, like I said, people around you are running back and forth, doing their business. The smell is it's much better than it was in the Talos, although it still smells like a city. Of course, there are many small shrines and symbols of Tau everywhere, but you also see quite a few people with the symbols of Sigmar and the foreign goddess Myrmidia over their clothes, and, well, in the latter case, weapons of soldiers and mercenaries. Yeah, it's like you're finally here, you're finally inside. Good on you. Now tell me, what you plan to do next?
Well, Leo has one pressing thing, since he said something about stalls with weapons. He feels like he is a little bit naked without a hand weapon, so he starts kind of eyeing weapon vendors as we're walking along, and looks to see if he sees anything that catches his eye that he can replace his club or sword, axe, whatever, some kind of hand weapon.
Okay, you are actually, like I said, in a place where there are many stands. You see a stand with a weapon, which is, you see a stand with weapons which are sold by a dwarf. A dwarf that looks quite imperial, because he's dressed like an imperial. He has a few clients, and I don't know if you approach him, but if you're going to approach him, you see that actually a tall man in leather armor is just walking away with a brand new dagger in his hands, looking very satisfied from his purchase.
Okay. I say, well met, Master Dwarf.
Well met, manling, says the dwarf. What can I sell you this fine day?
I'm kind of browsing at weapons as they're talking.
All right.
I recently had an accident and lost a weapon that my grandfather gave me, and I'm looking to find something to replace it.
That's a real shame, manling. If I would lose a weapon that my grandfather gave me, I would shave my head. You don't really know what it is, but...
Yeah.
Anyway, what kind of weapon are you looking for, eh?
Something to smash the enemies of the Emperor with.
Well, maybe you should try out this mace, then. And he shows you a short cavalry mace with a leather strap at the end of the hilt, so as not to lose it.
Sounds good.
How about that, eh? It will be fine for you, I think, given your stature and the length of your arms.
Sister, I'm not sure how to go about evaluating this. Would it just be to roll evaluate, or would it be...
I can check it out if you want. I can evaluate, and I have supernumerate as well.
Yeah, I'd also have both of those skills, but yeah, if you wanna help me out here, I could go for that.
All right.
Yeah.
And you guys can take your time in inspecting it to give yourself little bonuses, right?
Yeah. And I have deal maker as well.
You
Okay.
think that it's worth about 10 crowns?
Mm-hmm.
I will sell this fine weapon to you for 12 crowns, manling.
I'm gonna try and haggle for 7.5.
Yeah, I was gonna haggle. I've got the skill too.
Alright, I'm going to give you a big minus modifier for that, but...
I have a deal maker which is plus 10 on haggle.
Alright.
So I'm rolling fellowship.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I believe that's the skill.
It's your turn, Leopold.
What my friend meant to say was...
I want to whisper that it's worth 10.
Yeah. Yeah. What my friend meant to say was, how about 9 for it? And I'll haggle.
There you go.
I would normally sell it to you for 10, but unfortunately Talabheim's laws mean that there are extra taxes. I need to pay them, and I need to, have to actually earn something from my business. So it's 12 or nothing.
Is there a blackjack on the table? Because maybe if we bundle things together.
Yeah, there is. There is.
How much for the blackjack?
This I will sell it to you. This I will sell to you for 9 crowns.
9 for Jesus. Can I evaluate again?
Prices are not negotiable, halfling.
All right. Well, I'll fork over the 12 for the grudgingly fork over 12 for the mace. I need one. I need something.
He sells the mace to you for the 12 crowns.
And I'll get the blackjack for 9, right?
He sells the blackjack to you for 9 crowns. You see that the dwarf is very pleased.
Yeah.
Have a nice day, and may your ancestors watch over you.
Not you though, the one that drops your ancestors' stuff.
Yeah.
Does he sell armor as well, or
No,
looks like
just
he-
about to ask.
Okay.
Only weapons. Only weapons.
I want to keep an eye out for a Shrine of Sigmar and more, as well as look for like an armorer who actually looks like he's fabricating armor to repair.
You don't see any shrines of Sigmar or more. Unfortunately. However, as you are walking through the district, by the way, in which direction are you guys? Do you have
Before I was gonna say before we leave, can we just ask him? Hey, do you know of a good inn in the area?
Inn? I
Yeah.
know of a good inn, Manling. Manling. It's a very fine place run by a halfling maid. So you know that the food will be good. It is
I
called,
kind of perked up.
It is called the Free Apples.
It's called what?
Three apples.
Halfling.
3 apples.
Yes.
So when you say that, and you're kind of doing a Schwarzenegger accent,
I actually know.
all I can think of is that scene in Total Recall, the good one.
Yeah, the only one.
Yes.
By the way, have you seen my father's sword? Wow. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Anyway, Manling, the Free Apples is located right in front of the city, of the gates to the city. Of course, on this side. But I don't really need to tell you that because you don't look like a dim person. You can't miss it. It has like 3 apples on the sign above the entrance.
Thank you, Herr Dwarf.
You're welcome. I actually need to
Are there any
on my dwarf accents.
sell armor? I've been told dwarven armor is exquisite.
Yeah, dwarven armor is the best. Actually, we have like armor made from metallic iron. We use it to fight our enemies in the Ungrin Anchor. You ever heard of Ungrin Anchor, halfling?
I don't even think I could say that.
Shame on you then. It's
Ooh,
like,
I'd like to ask where the dwarf is originally from.
well, we are from the mountains. What are you, stupid?
No, which mountains?
Well, all the mountains. The World's Edge Mountains, the Grey Mountains, the Middle Mountains even. I mean, I'm not from the mountains. Obviously, I was born here in the Empire. But my great-grandfather was from Karakadrin, the Slayer Keep.
That's to the east, isn't it? southeast. I'm just if it's near if is it the Grey Mountains that are by Wissenland?
Actually, no. It's the World's Edge Mountains, Manling.
Okay.
Completely on the other side.
Well, that was out of character because I would know that.
Oh. We are fighting Groby and Fagoraki in the Ungrin Ankle. I mean, not we, but my folk. While I'm here selling weapons to manlings. Oh, how I have fallen. In fact, I'm going to drown my sorrows today.
I'm getting kind of impatient during all this because, one, I don't like being in a city anyway, and two,
Yeah, let's go find that inn.
Yeah.
Anyway, say my...
If you stop at the Three Apples later, I'll buy you a drink.
I will do that. Send my compliments to Miss Wanda. She's the owner of the Free Apples. She's actually called Wanda Free Apples. She's a halfling.
I want to start walking away.
Yeah.
So, one more. I'm just looking for it now. Statistically, the mace is just a regular hand weapon, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all. I was looking through the old world armory, and I'm like, I can't find anything specifically about it that makes it any different from any other hand weapon.
It's just an ordinary hand weapon, actually.
Okay, no worries.
Unless you want to make it a better hand weapon, like we use in Ungrin Ankle.
No thanks.
Shame on you. Anyway, you are walking in the direction of the Free Apples Inn. One thing there's one thing that you're thinking. Since this is the tavern located right next to the entrance of the city, it will probably be a bit more expensive than most of the other taverns. But on the other hand, since it is run by halflings, who by definition are very good with money and clients, you're guessing that it's not going to be too expensive.
I'm also thinking that if it's that good, it's probably going to be safer.
Yeah. Like, we need a good night's rest after all that.
Yeah,
A day's and a night's rest.
Even if we just stay for one night and go somewhere else, we're going to get a better meal. We're going to get a safer experience, at least for tonight. And then, if we have to, we can go elsewhere. Cheaper tomorrow night.
Agreed.
I agree. I think it's worth the extra coin.
So you are actually, I presume you are actually walking towards this tavern, right?
Yeah, the Three Apples.
Okay. Sorry, I really had to. Okay. Yes. Okay. So you are making your way through the merchant quarter. Taking in all of the fantastic sights and smells from like street vendors and from many taverns, because there are quite a lot of taverns here and inns. Some merchants are selling like soup from their stands, which is very popular. You can see among people here, especially among workers like you, who are just returning from their shift, like you, of course. However, you can see one thing. First of all, the patrols of the men patrolling the city are actually from time to time stopping like random people and just asking them for their papers to show them their papers. And you can also hear from walking past all those people that it's the taxes are pretty high apparently here, and almost everything is taxed. You can hear two patrons standing outside a tavern with a symbol of a horseshoe and a sun, complaining about ale that last week additional tax was only a single penny, but this week it's 2 pennies. And Sigmar knows what it will be next week. It's like horrible. For centuries, the so-called glass tax or cap tax was only a single penny, but now it's more, and people are not happy about it. You also saw that those two fine gentlemen are apparently drinking, despite very early hours, really, what looks like a moonshine from small cups. Even from where you are walking, you can smell the strong alcohol that they are cradling in their hands. By the way, it's relatively cold since we have early autumn, but you're not bothered too much by it, at least not yet. Anyway, after about 20 minutes walking and asking few people for directions, you arrive outside a 3-story high, large building built from dark timber. There are, of course, the free apples on a sign hanging around the door. Even from a relatively long distance, you can smell the smell of very fine food coming from inside. You going in?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
All right. Inside, the hall that you're in is big, very big, in fact, and you can see through the sign entrances that there are at least 2 more, like the one that you're standing in. There are lots of people inside eating their breakfast. Some of them are workers, others are merchants. There are a few even, like adventurer-like types, just like you. There's a patrol of tired city guardsmen in their leather armor, drinking some strong herbal brew and eating scrambled eggs. As you walk inside, a halfling approaches you. A young halfling. Sally, you know that he's like, teenager. Hello, my Nellen. Welcome to the Free Apples. Can I get you a table? He
Absolutely.
asks.
Room.
He asks you with a broad smile. Then please follow me. And he leads you to a big table that is able to accommodate you all. He offers you the breakfast of the day, which consists of an omelette, if you know what this is, or did I just use the...
Nope, that's the correct term.
Alright.
In English.
Omelette with some bread. Unfortunately, they only have rye bread, and he says that with a hint of shame in his voice. He also offers you a pitcher of water with honey and spices for refreshment, and maybe a glass of milk, of fresh milk. Are you interested?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
It will be for everyone here, right?
That's
Yes.
right.
Excellent. So it will be 5 pennies per person then.
I got it.
All right.
Okay.
You know that
What's
that it is actually probably a penny more than you would usually pay for such a meal, especially since there is no alcohol in the offer.
what does that translate to silver?
5 pennies? It's like
20.
Per person, it's 20 pennies per silver.
yeah, 12
Okay.
shillings per penny.
Okay.
12 pennies per shilling. Yeah.
So that's almost
Yeah, sorry.
that's a little bit over 2 silver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you pay the young lad, and he runs away to the kitchen. People around you are, chatting, gossiping, eating their meals, drinking their drinks. There's a human bard, actually, playing softly on his small harp in one corner and singing quietly. He actually sings rather nice, The whole place is warm, nice, and welcoming, and you actually like it here.
Hey, one other thought.
Yeah.
Another reason it's worth staying this expensive of a place is we're probably gonna, if we can shove Gennaro in a room and just leave him there, it's probably going to be less likely to draw attention with somebody staying in a room and whatnot.
Yeah.
True.
Especially if we say he's guarding, our goods that they're selling or something,
Or his damaged foot hurts or whatever.
Yeah.
Can we do a gossip roll to see how much the people inside the town actually know what's going on outside? Like, I kind of have the impression that this is a little isolated world, and most of the people here don't really even know what's going on the outside. They might not even know what's going on about Talagad. Is there any way we can kind of find that out?
I've got a plus 10% to gossip from Streetwise. If you'll check.
All right. So, of course, please. Do all of you want to test your gossip skills, or just some?
Sure, why not?
All right.
No,
Yeah,
I'll do it.
So
Roll some
roll
dice.
for each of you. Roll and tell me how it went.
I
Oh,
failed.
I failed.
Failed.
Yeah, same
Brian
here.
passed. Andrew.
Brian,
No, I actually failed.
No, it's
you
one.
rolled a 1.
Did I roll one?
Yeah, 0-1.
Oh.
So you know everything that's
Oh,
going
I was
on.
looking at Jason. Okay.
Jason. Oh, you failed.
I failed.
All right. So most of the people here, despite the friendly atmosphere, really wanted to be left alone with their, drink and their food. However, Sally, because you're a halfling in a halfling-run tavern, the person that you spoke to, a rather plump-looking merchant, probably assumed that you are one of the, kitchen helpers, and decided to actually spoke with you for a short while. Please, what do you want to ask him?
What were you trying to find out, Jason?
Just how aware people are of the plague outside of Talagad or Talabheim.
But
should,
remember
like, you get out of the
remember
city.
one thing, that it's Sally speaking. So Brian,
Yeah.
it's you need to ask without asking Jason or anyone else, because I assume that you are dispersing among the people and asking each of them, trying to ask each of them.
I just forgot what I was when we before we dispersed. He said we should ask about something. I forgot what he said. So I was just clarifying.
All right. So, young halfling, what can I help you with? Asks the merchant, while chewing
Yeah.
the last of his breakfast.
I bet a successful merchant of your stature gets outside the city walls quite a bit, no?
Oh no, not in late times, unfortunately. Ever since they've closed the gates because of all that plague business, I'm not going out much. And he chuckles at his own dry joke.
Have you heard anything about the situation outside the city?
Well, I've heard that the captain of the elite unit guarding the gate was killed because he wanted to help the sick, but the others said that he took his own life in an act of protest against his orders. The orders not to let anyone in inside the city walls.
I heard he was a dick.
Yes, I've heard some terrible rumors about what goes on out there these days.
Yes, I've heard it's all very tragic. It's all very tragic. But you see that he doesn't really think that it's very tragic.
All seems pleasant on this side of the wall.
Well, yes.
What's your trade?
I trade in wool mainly. Yes, I trade in wool, taken from from farmers in the crater to the east of here.
The east.
Yes.
Have you ever traded in known much?
In known? No, never actually. I don't need to. It's here is a good business. At least it was before they've closed the gates. By the way, did you hear that within the last week or two, squads of dogfaces have removed or suppressed a fairly sizable number of doom-wailing fanatics on the streets of our fair city, and there is still a fair amount of concern over recent events. Yes.
Fanatics on this side of the wall?
Oh, they're everywhere. Them doom-spelling folk. Actually, our city's many preachers have been strongly encouraged, I've heard, to dwell on more hopeful themes and uplift spirits rather than dash them. Even them Sigmarites, actually, are not only speaking about the Heldenhammer's anger over our sinful ways, but they are actually telling about his divine mercy that will deliver our fair city from this crisis.
What are you drinking there?
I'm actually drinking a mulled wine. The Countess has recently made the unprecedented move of lowering the cap duty, more commonly known as the drink snatch. So, libations are flowing far more freely than normal in the city's taverns, which has certainly set tongues to wagging. It's actually
certainly some wine after the long shifts we've been pulling.
Well,
might try.
Well,
Can I top up a glass?
Of course. Be my guest.
I want to wave the teenage halfling over and ask for a bottle of whatever he's drinking.
Of course, sir. It will be Robunstock Ruby. No problem. And he, runs off to fetch you a glass. Meanwhile, you guys, what are you doing? You see that Sally is doing his magic, speaking to people. You've just finished your meal. It was very tasty, very good. As usual, the halflings know their stuff when it comes to, preparing food.
I think we need to see about rooms.
Yeah.
So you want to actually rent a room?
Yeah.
All right. So you once again catch the young halfling, and he's like, "What can I give? What can I give you, sirs?"
We'd like to. How many rooms do you think we need? One or two?
Well, we can add. How many rooms will fill our group of 5?
We actually, our biggest room can accommodate 4 people, but it's actually been taken. So I can offer you, 2 rooms, one for 3 people and one for 2 people.
That ought to work.
Yeah, that'll work.
All right. The room for 3 people will be 5 silver per night, and the room for 2 people will be 3.5 silver per night, per person, of course.
Let's try to haggle that down.
All right.
How about Sally? Since would Sally get any kind of benefit for
Sally is right
being
now
a
speaking to the fat
halfling as
merchant.
well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Leo being a Cacklefaxian, will try his best to haggle it down, because that's just in his bones.
All right. Let's see if you managed to do this. You managed to haggle the price. He'll lower the price a silver each.
All right,
So
done.
it's-
I spit on my hand and shake his hand.
He looks at it rather disgusted and just nods his head.
Okay.
So it's 4 silver per person in the free bedroom, and 2.5 silver per person in the double room. And
Alright.
I need to make myself some coffee, so we'll just take a few minutes break.
So it's 5 plus 12. So
Yeah, I suggest we all split it. Whatever the total is, evenly.
yeah.
We have the war chest if you want to do that. I mean, that's what it's for. But I'm not there right now.
17 silver. We'll do that. We'll draw it from the war chest.
Yeah, you guys probably know that I'll pay for it even though I'm not there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
make some coffee too, but I got a blue board question for you in a minute, Brian.
Okay, I'm actually going to the bathroom, walk the dog. It's been like 5 minutes maybe.
Okay, cool.
Cool, I'll be back.
Well, we made it out of the tunnel a little easier than I expected. I guess
Yeah,
you,
I thought. Yeah.
you took a hit.
Yeah, it wasn't great for me, but yeah, we definitely got out of there. I mean, considering that our last battle we all seemed to
Yeah.
nearly die. I mean,
Yeah.
I used up every single luck point and a fate point.
Yep, I did too. Like
Yeah.
I'm down to two fate points. So, well, that first battle in the haunted house, I think I used like 3 fate points
Oh, really?
at
Oh.
that final battle.
Yeah, I don't remember anymore.
That was, but yeah, that's the biggest loss I think was
Mhm.
all those fate points.
Yeah. How many fate points do you have right now?
Just 2.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down to 3 after last time.
Yeah.
But we've got to get you. Well, actually, your armor survived. Is that what happened, or did it get lower quality too? I don't remember right now.
My leather armor is all poor quality, which the only downside is it's a little heavier.
Oh, okay.
But the mail coat is destroyed.
Okay, yeah, that's
Like,
what
it's
happened. Yeah.
beyond repair. So the extra weight from the leather armor is less of an issue because I'm not carrying the mail as well.
Yeah.
So I want to try to get that mail fixed, or get the leather fixed, and then I don't know what to do about the mail.
Yeah, because that costs. I don't have enough money. I
Yeah.
need to at some point acquire a full suit of mail, but I don't have the money right now to do so.
Yeah. Now
And-
you could. I think
Mhm.
how Miguel is doing it is you don't need the trappings of the career you're going into. You just
Right.
need to have the trappings of the what you're at now.
Right.
So
And then before you switch, you have to have collected them all. Yeah. No, I'm just at that point where it's like I need one more skill, which is hard to get,
Yeah.
and then I just don't have enough points because I've been leaving a lot of points on the table because I haven't I haven't hit my star sign or various things with regularity. So I'm leaving like 10 to 15 points on the table every session, so it adds up.
yeah, I think I'm going to get all my skills checked off before I get all the trappings for my current career. Because I need like a riding horse, full mail.
Oh, jeez.
Like I think like a demi lance because I'm a squire now, so
Oh, okay.
just be on a horse with mail.
Mhm.
And I was halfway there with the mail,
Mhm.
but
Yeah. Well, also given our current situation, animals are hard to manage.
yeah. Well, I was thinking about that. Like we could hire a common laborer for not a lot.
Right.
So if I ever make enough money to where I can have a horse, I'm gonna make sure I have enough money to hire a laborer as well. Just kind of
Like a groom.
yeah, just somebody to hold on to the horse, and
Yeah.
that way we could do our own thing and not have to worry about dealing with putting a horse away or that type of crap.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good way to do it. I think just that's well. I think there were two things at play with losing Lorenzo. One was the just the situation, and then the other was I got the feeling that he essentially was trying to steer us away from keeping Lorenzo.
Yeah.
So
We should have. Yeah, we should have caught the hint and just took everything off Lorenzo. Be like, I'll take the bow. I don't care if I'm over encumbered.
Yeah. Oh well, that's easy come, easy go, I guess.
Yep.
I mean, I think the only person who really could have used the bow was Lucas, anyway, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I could use a missile weapon of some sort, but I'm sitting at encumbrance anyway, which is why I had my great axe on Lorenzo,
Yeah.
which is a
Well-
shame because those are expensive.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing too is I think at some point I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and be over encumbered because right now with my strength where it's at, if I ever end up getting the full suit of mail, I mean like that alone is gonna is gonna put me close to being over encumbered.
Yeah.
So,
That's part of why I'm not even thinking of ever going in those directions.
mhm.
Yeah, I'm keeping myself in leather armored, and although as a Talabheim, I'm not supposed to really like. Sorry, not Talabheim, Talite or whatever you'd call it.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, you're supposed to prefer leather armor anyway, but
Right. Well, that was the same for me until I started going towards the vampire hunter thing. But,
yeah.
Well, hopefully, well, we've been getting pretty well rewarded for missions, so and might be able to afford that stuff or acquire it or come across it.
mhm. Yeah. And I see we don't in game we don't know about it yet, but supposedly in this merchant district there's also a pawn shop. So might be able to find some good armor there that somebody lost at cards or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna find. I feel like we need to find although I guess it's a side quest. We need to find the apothecary so that we can heal Gennaro.
Yeah,
Yes.
like I think priority-wise, I think the apothecary is number one because everybody or Nihilus said that Deadeye would find us, so that's half the burden off of that. Like obviously we can kind of discreetly ask around, but I think here he'll just have to find us. But yeah, we need to get Gennaro healed, I think, as soon as possible. And then perhaps if we find the apothecary, that might help us get back up to full health as well. Because I think getting a good night's rest is only going to heal us a little bit.
Yeah, I think last time it only healed us like 1 point or something.
Yeah.
We could try. Lucas could try to bandage us again.
sure. Oh, look! I accidentally amputated your foot.
Yeah, there you go. Oops.
I want to act like a kid, like trying to get an allergy shot. No. I want to hide behind the door.
Like,
You're next.
You need a tourniquet on that. I can see.
I have this cough. Tourniquet. What? Around the neck, because that's where coughs come from.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sounds reasonable.
Your humors are in balance. Let's go get the leeches.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, the cough has gone away, Lucas. Lucas, wake up.
Looks like JB posted something about a space fleet.
Yeah,
Fleet.
saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I posted something in another group, so I've had Facebook open in another tab the whole time. So
Yeah, I just got it on my phone here. Various things. Our track team is regionals is in one of the suburbs down here this year. So we've had a bunch of kids competing and
where in Arizona are you?
Phoenix.
That's what I thought. You know who I found out lives in Phoenix?
Who?
Rob Halford.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. He lives in Phoenix now.
Okay. Interesting.
So if you ever run into him, I mean, if you're one of the gay bars or anything, yeah.
Yeah. The only one I know about is Dick's Cabaret.
That's your usual go-to.
Yeah. No, that's just the one that I've heard of before. It's I guess it's actually technically it's a strip club, but all male review. I guess actually the main story about it, and that was years ago, was that there was some like high school PE teacher lady who went there and got busted or something for, I forget exactly what she did, but it was a scandal. It was like, who cares if she's not not taking students there? Who gives a crap?
Yeah, I remember when I was in high school, we had a parent saw one of the gym teachers buying a case of beer at a convenience store and called the principal and screamed.
Yeah, because of course he's giving it to the students.
No, they just thought it was irresponsible that a teacher would be buying beer.
I'm
Yeah.
here, guys.
Mhm.
I'm here. Sorry.
Sounds like something that would happen in Texas.
Well, I grew up in the South, so
Yeah. Blue
I mean,
laws.
different state, but yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not even allowed to buy alcohol on Sunday where I'm from, so.
Right, yeah, exactly. That's well. What was funny is, we lived in Dallas for about 4 years, 3.5 years, something like that, and they had you had to get a card, the Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission. You had to get this card that was like a secondary ID in your county, and you had to present that anytime you bought alcohol. And of course, nobody ever checked for it. But it was bizarre. And like I remember, like the first couple weeks living up there, I went to the supermarket to buy beer, and because I had a California state driver's license, they wouldn't sell it to me.
Wow.
Like the cashier girl would not sell me beer. It was stupid. And we had sting operations. They would they would get underage girls mostly, to go into bars and buy buy alcohol, and then they would come in and arrest the bartenders for selling to them.
That sounds like some prohibition shit to me.
Yeah, it is. Well, I mean, I was always curious as to what high school age kid in their right mind would try to get get bartenders busted, but whatever.
Yeah. Okay, everyone's here?
Yep.
Mhm.
So,
I think
you've successfully managed to haggle for a room. Of course, the young halfling returned with 2 sets of keys. One for the room of 3, one for the room of 2. For 2, sorry. While you, Sally, you are still speaking to the fat merchant. Well,
How much was this bottle of wine I just bought?
this bottle of wine? 2 silver.
How much?
2 silver.
And-
Actually, you're surprised because what the merchant just said contradicts what you've heard on the street about, the upping of the cap duty tax.
Sorry, that wasn't for you guys.
No worries. Because, the 2 guys were like telling that the alcohol is getting more expensive, but here you've bought a whole bottle of wine for a tad lower price.
You said it was 10 silver?
10 silver? For
2.
For bottle?
2
No,
silver.
2 silver.
2 silver.
Okay, I got it.
That's a day's stay at the inn.
I'm gonna top the merchant's glass off and then thank him for his time. Just walk back.
You
bottle.
must, you be careful out there, with all the agitators roaming the streets, stirring up the populace with conjecture about what is really going on outside the Talbaston. I've heard the talk of a coup in the empire of Karl Franz being assassinated. Karl Franz! Karl Franz! Karl Franz!
Carl Franz.
Karl Franz.
Our friends.
And of the rise of a new army of those bastards from the north. Yeah.
Keslevites?
No, I mean the bastards that attacked us from the north, like the North Sea.
North.
Yes, north.
You look out for yourself as well, fair merchant.
Yes, yes. You be careful out there because it's this city is not what it used to be. Oh no, no, not what it used to be. Huh. And you return to your table.
I think we're going to. I guess what did we do? It was 17 silver for all the rooms combined. We're just going to take that from the war chest. I'm going to get out of the clothing we were given, and I'm going to wear my good quality craft clothing, but I'll probably just rest
All right.
after eating.
So my question is, how do you divide yourselves, guys?
Well, we have a 2 and a 3. I think Gennaro should be in the 2 with Sally, maybe.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just for the sake of keeping distance, a slight quarantine. So
I'm gonna fork over the 17 silver as well.
from the chest, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna rest.
Yeah, you're all actually, dead tired.
I'm gonna pass the wine around as well.
Well, it's like probably disappeared rather quickly because this battle wasn't that big. You are actually surprised that the food was tasty, but for example, you haven't seen anyone eating white bread. It's all, rye bread, and the portions are rather small, especially for that price. The Countess may have dropped the cap duty, but it seems that Talabheim really has seen better days.
Oh, Sally, something you should try finding out is when we were walking here, some guards were asking for papers. Just asking for papers. Is there... do we need to have certain paperwork for being in certain parts of...
Well, we actually got these papers from the clerks, and we got something from Nearhouse as well, but they said might have trouble getting anyone to accept it. But we are on this side of the wall now, so maybe it'll be a little bit easier, and they'll just look at it and move on.
Do you want to ask somebody... I don't know. I'm just trying to make sure that we have an out if we get questioned.
It's still morning right now, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go take a day nap and come back down for supper.
It's like early. Actually, it's
Yeah.
more like early noon, honestly.
Yeah.
By the way, as you made your way to your rooms, remind me, how are you once again? How are you divided?
Me and Gennaro are going in the 2-person room.
All right. So you can see, Sally, that just as you entered the room, Gennaro had a coughing fit, and he almost collapsed on the bed. He's really pale. He's just clammy with sweat. He's not
tuck him
looking
in.
very good. Yeah.
Who? Sally, you're relatively healthy, aren't you? Like we need to somehow discreetly find out where
Wait, because
Dobler is.
Your guys, Sally is with Gennaro in his room. It's a
Okay.
double. You are in your room.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd probably go into their room to
All
once Gennaro's tucked in to talk about what we're doing next.
All right. That's
Finish my
the
bottle.
way I like it.
Okay. All right. So now that we're all together, we were told to discreetly find Dobler because I think if we start asking questions that the wrong people might know, I don't know.
Dobler is openly an apothecary, right?
I would think maybe.
Yeah, that's the impression that I got. I mean, I don't understand why we need to be secretive about it. We're looking for an apothecary. We need you know,
And
heavy
raw
powder.
I think we ask for a recommendation for an apothecary, and we ask enough people for a recommendation. We'll stumble across somebody that'll recommend him, and then we, that way we're being discreet in the sense that we're not asking, hey, anybody know this guy?
Yeah.
Or say that Gobbler comes highly recommended. Like, where do we find them?
Even then, I'd be a little, since we're supposed to be discreet about it, I'd be a little hesitant to even ask that way.
Yeah.
I think best just to ask for apothecary recommendations by name, and then just you ask enough people, and eventually you're going to get one. Because there can't. How many apothecaries? I mean, yeah, it's not a small city, but
Ask a few. Ask one person. Hey, I'm going to this section. Do you know an apothecary from here? Then
do we know the
ask the
sections,
next.
though?
No. You just ask different people, different areas of town. Like, hey,
Right, I'm saying
I
we
live
do
way up
different
north.
areas.
Do you know an apothecary up there? Then we ask the next person. Hey, I live way down south. Do you know an apothecary over? And eventually, just kind of throw out a bunch of fishing lines and see if one takes a bite.
I'm gonna finish my my wine, smoke a pipe, take a nap, and then once we come down for supper, I'll gossip some more. Because
All right.
we do legitimately need some medical attention between most of the party members, I think.
I
So
think
it wouldn't
that's
be-
Absolutely.
our number one priority. I think before Deadeye.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
And we
and
need
also
air-
also to hand over the Wiedenhoff notes and try to get a cure for Gennaro.
Yeah.
All right.
If Dobler can replicate this stuff without the current antidote, then I mean, obviously want to make sure of that first, but hopefully we can just give Gennaro the antidote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you are all going for a nap.
I don't think there's any point in having anyone keep watch. It's broad daylight and it's a pretty
Yeah.
safe.
I agree,
Yeah.
and that was part of why I think it's worth paying over the odds for a place like this right now, because we need to sleep, we need to rest, we do not need to worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, you are, like I said, you are all very, very tired. And because of that, because of all the stress and because of the apparent hopelessness slowly enveloping the whole Talabheim, it's not looking really better than it was in Talbaston. Talgat. You are all going to sleep. And you sleep so well, in fact, that you wake up the next day.
All right.
Yeah. It's just, you were not even tired, you were just exhausted. You wake up to the sound of a rooster, doing his cook-a-doo-doo-doo, or something like that. And with a rather big surprise, each of you takes a glance, through the window and see that it is dawn of the next day. And now I'm going to read you a small entry, which will probably describe the city very well. I hope you won't mind.
Nope.
Alright, here it goes. Tao's sacred city comes to life about you as you open your eyes. While broken shale and mud make up the streets of the Talos, the majority of the city's roads are paved with dark stone, quarried from the walls of the Talbaston itself, as are many of the more affluent buildings. Indeed, the looming walls of the Talbaston dominate much of the city's life. For the closer you live to the wall, the poorer you're likely to be. In fact, the poorest live within the wall itself, inside a series of crudely hacked out caves and passageways known as the rat holes. The richest live in the eastern portion of the city, dwelling in richly decorated manors with extensive private gardens. Most folks live somewhere between the two extremes. As you begin to take in the city, you cannot help but notice the hordes of liveried servants that regularly scurry past you, carrying sheafs of documents back and forth from the center of the city, the law quarter. It squats like an ominous grey toad at the heart of Talabheim, A veritable army of clerks, litigants, barristers, alright, and judges make their way to this district from nearly every other neighborhood of the city every day, for Talabheim cherishes law as you would a lover. The citizens of the Eye of the Forest are known to favor certain obscure laws as if they were pets. Itinerant city judges roam the very streets of the city, making rulings and judgments as they go. It's hard to believe there is a plague just outside the gates. In fact, the city seems to be functioning without undue pause, despite the Wizard's Way being sealed. The merchants of the three neighborhoods that make up the Merchants District, Old Market, Northgate, and Dragon's Home, all act as if it was business as usual. They seem to be plying their trades with a will, for they all still have goods to sell and fresh vegetables that have come in from the many farms and villages residing within the great crater itself. Still, there is tension in the air. On a street corner you hear a man declaring loudly he has business in Talgat that must be doing poorly without him, until a friend hushes him. A pair of dog faces stand in front of a shuttered inn, forcibly closed because too many of its patrons were diagnosed as having the grey ague. The Sabine rose, a bloom sacred to Shalia, is pinned over nearly every doorway. And there is no laughter to be found that doesn't die quickly. Sorry for that long block of text, but I thought it would be appropriate. Carry on.
Yeah. No, that was good.
Yeah. Of course,
Alright.
you haven't seen all of the districts, but it was in advance. Eventually, you will probably visit almost every part of the city, so that you know how it looks.
If I wake up before Gennaro, I want to say a prayer to Lucina.
You say a prayer to China. Gennaro is coughing through his sleep, and you see that he's shivering like crazy, despite a heavy blanket over his prone form. Yeah, it's not looking good for him. So you wake up and you go downstairs, I presume, each of you.
Sure. Do we recover any wounds?
One each.
Okay.
I tell Gennaro I'll be back shortly and stay up here. I'll bring some food.
He's sleeping. How long did Gennaro have the plague? I think it's like 4th day today, right?
This is 4 days, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Alright, you go downstairs, and just as I've read it, you see that first of all there are fewer people than yesterday, and those that are, excuse me, sitting inside are, have much grimmer, darker humors. They are, of course, they are mumbling to each other, and you can hear single words like taxes, plague, sickness, doom, end, something like that. Only the halflings seem to be, or at least they're trying to be, jovial and, positive in their aspects, but even they sometimes look like they have forced smiles on their faces.
Hey, are we sitting at a table yet?
Yeah, sure.
Or I wanna say to Sally, I was like, hey, maybe you asking the other halflings about apothecaries might be a way to keep it a little more hush hush, since the sort of the brotherhood, as it were.
Well,
Have you caught a glimpse of this Wanda 3 apples yet?
Did you saw her?
Yeah.
Well, you saw a woman, or the only halfling woman in this place, who looks much older than the rest of her, you presume, staff, because, since she's the only woman here, and she's quite old for a halfling, you presume that she's the owner, the Vanda 3 apples.
I'm gonna go talk to her.
Alright. You approach the bar. Behind the bar are a few cooking places. You can smell the wonderful smell of freshly cooked halfling food, really deliciously, both looking and smelling. The halfling woman, turns to you, and she smiles. Welcome, cousin. Welcome to the Free Apples Inn. I'm Wanda. How can I help you?
So you're the famed Wanda Three Apples. There's stories of your cooking travels all the way to Nome.
Oh, my dear boy, flattery will get you nowhere. I'm already married.
Well, I was hoping for a special pie, a rabbit pie.
That we can do. Unfortunately, no rabbit pie, but we have a delicious strudel. How about
Ooh.
that?
Yes, one strudel for each of my companions. There's 5 of us total.
Of course.
One,
I will just bring you the whole pie, in that case.
Okay. One of my companions, he received a sack of dye to the head when he was unloading these, and
Oh, the poor
breathed in the
thing.
dye.
Oh.
So we're looking for the best apothecary you could recommend.
Well, there is a decent apothecary named Daubler, Ulfas Daubler. He has a shop on the border of the Dragon's Nest and the North Gate. You might want to check there.
Dragon's Den at the North Gate.
Yes, Dragon's Den. I'm sorry. Yes, Dragon's Den.
Dragon's Den or Dragon's Home?
Wait a second, because I have a Polish version and here it's supposed to be nest, but I think it's actually supposed to be, I think it's actually home in the English version, which I also have.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it says right here on the map.
Yeah, so it's Dragon's,
on Roll20.
So it's Dragon's Home. Yeah.
Near I don't know what number 9 is in the Law District.
It's in the same district we are in.
Yes, we don't have to go through a gate to get there.
Yeah.
Convenient.
By the way, you can see Free Apples Inn. It's number 15 on the map. If you actually manage to spot number 15.
Yeah, it's right by the Wizard's Way.
Yeah.
And by the way, before we leave, we should go ahead and pay for at least Gennaro's room for another night, and tell them that his damaged leg is hurting real bad. So don't worry about it if they hear any noises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might I suggest that we just pay for the room in advance so that we don't lose it?
Our room too.
Yeah. Like, do you want to pay for a couple of days, like 3 or 4 days out?
I presume that you guys gather around the bar and speak about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we could get a discount if we buy 3 days worth of.
If you buy a room or rooms for a whole week, says Vanda, I will give you 2 silver discount per day.
Ooh, that's quite a deal, and plus, there's more excuses to hang around this delicious food longer. So,
Well,
absolutely.
actually, I'm doing this because you're some of the first customers that I have that are actually decently looking and are not trying to make trouble. Because believe me, during the last few days, I had to throw out a lot of nasty scoundrels. You know, who
I
just
kind of
want-
make a grim face, like, if anyone causes trouble while we're here, you come to me first, and I'll take care of it.
Oh, thank you, dear, thank you. But we can take care of ourselves, says Wanda as she produces a rather large cleaver from under the bar. But I will, of course, remember your generous offer. So, what do you say? A whole week, and you
A whole
get
week.
a discount of 2 silver, and since you are also such a nice young man, I will also add a free breakfast.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. Thank you.
Sold.
Real quick, what does that break down to in the math? It's 2 silver per person for the 3-person room and 1 silver per person for the 2-person room for 1 week.
Yes.
So, can someone help me with math? with math?
Hey, you got supernumerate. Use it.
Good one.
Which if I rolled for supernumerate, if it would actually do the math for me, that'd be amazing.
So what was it? So it's 2 silver for the 3 room, so 6 silver per day for the 3-person.
So that's 6 times 7.
42.
And
42?
then So 42 for that, and then what's the second?
And so that's 14 plus 42. 66 silver translates.
I got 56.
Wait, we paid 17 for one night. So just subtract another 5 off of that. That's 12 for everybody for one night.
No, it should be more than that.
Week. No, because it was 3.5 per person on the 2-room, minus a silver. And
Minus
then it
2
was,
silver.
well, yeah, but before. Okay, so
Well,
so
it's either 56 or 60 silver for 5 days.
close
right?
enough.
We'll say 60 for ease of.
Throw down 3 gold coins and be done with it.
Yeah.
For ease
okay.
ease of accounting.
Yeah, let's do that. There we go.
Great. Alright, you've paid, in advance of course. Wanda brought you delicious breakfast consisting of fresh milk, boiled eggs, actually white bread, freshly baked, and some sweet buns. And what do you call it? I know it's in Polish. You know the Scrooge McDuck always ate it. It's like Scottish like porridge. I
Nuggets.
think.
Oh yeah, porridge, oatmeal.
Yeah. So and also a big portion of porridge oatmeal.
Yeah.
Very tasty. Very filling. You are actually impressed at the level of quality of cooking here, even for a halfling
I'm
establishment.
gonna eat mine pretty quick so I can take Gennaro's up to him and help feed him if he needs it.
No, actually, as you enter his room, you see that he's sitting on his bed under the blankets, and he's able to eat by himself, albeit rather slowly. You know, saying, "Oh,
How you hanging in there,
thanks,
Gennaro?
boss. Oh,
Gennaro?
not feeling too well."
We've reserved the room for the week and instructed the workers here to leave you alone. I think it's best you get here and you stay here and get your rest while we try and replicate this antidote. We got a name, Dobler, and we know where to find him. He's supposedly the man that can do this.
I hope that you manage to be successful. Yeah.
And
We will
Gennaro,
be.
keep the door locked.
I will, thanks.
I'll knock 4 times, 3 times at first, and then the 4th knock will be a few seconds later, and that's how you know it'll be us. Or I'll just say, hey, it's me.
Yeah.
Open up.
I'm gonna knock 4 times, pause 3 times, then I'm gonna be like, "Hey, this is Sally. Let me in."
This is really redundant. Please open the door.
Gennaro's like, "Was it 3 times or 4? I don't trust you."
Yeah, and all the while, Jubal Falk is sitting outside with battles on his fingers, doing like, "Oh, Vincent, come out to play!" If anyone knows
I
about
can
the reference to
yeah,
the Warriors,
Yeah, I got it.
I can picture him like scaling the walls. Like last I heard, he was here. He's like on the Talabheim walls,
yeah, he's
all by
actually
himself.
climbing the walls.
That Vincent.
I'm going to get you, you bastard! Oh shit, I missed a step. Ah! Yeah, still was worth it. Anyway, you left Gennaro with his food, and well, it's a bright new day. Well, not really bright since it's overcast, but at least it's not raining yet. The wind is pretty chilly, actually, but fortunately, since Talabheim is located inside a crater, you are mostly covered from the worst of the wind. However, you do not envy the guards on the, battlements of Talbaston. They must be freezing their asses off. You're standing outside the tavern, the inn, more likely. And yeah, what next, guys? Please tell me.
That's
It was the
good.
north gate near the Dragon's Den where we had to find Dobler.
Yeah.
Dragon's Home.
Dragon's Home. Yeah. Honestly,
Let's go.
it's Dragon's Nest in Polish version. I have no idea.
Let's beeline it straight there.
Yeah.
I say.
Uh,
And yep.
Yeah. You are walking towards the place, passing other people by. You see that there's quite a lot of guards, and you've found out that city's guards here are called the Bulldogs. Because
The Bulldogs.
yeah, because apparently it's sort of a joke. Their symbol, like their their mascot, is supposed to be a wolf, but apparently it's so badly like drawn that it looks more like a bulldog. You see that actually on their livers there's many of them have a wolf's head, but in many cases, yeah, this head doesn't look like a wolf's head. Still, they look like a determined folk, although they are city's guards, not soldiers. From time to time you see those two much better equipped and armed. The Bulldogs are patrolling the streets, usually in patrols of 3 or 5, led by a sergeant, armed with poleaxes or spears. From time to time you see that some of them are actually, checking if, for example, if someone isn't shivering or if he doesn't have the spots on his necks, and they do this thing. They do these things rather unceremoniously, like they're not screwing around. You see. Yeah, it's the whole Talabheim actually looks like it's more of a police state, or actually that it turns into a police state right in front of your eyes. Fortunately, none of the Bulldog patrols bother you, at least not yet. Eventually, you appear in front of after asking, of course, a few times how to get to the place, because you're new in the city, and even though you were told where to find Dobler, it's still a completely new place for you, so you don't really know this city. You appear at the end of one of the main streets of the North Gate. It's called the Iron Alley. And you're standing in front of a small shop, which I'm going to show you right now.
I guess we could see the temples at the God's Row from where we're headed in that direction.
You can see the tallest towers of the main temples. You can definitely see the tower. I mean the peak of the Temple of Sigmar.
Yeah,
very magnificent looking. As well as other few places. And but you are standing in front of a place which is rather ironically called. Oh my God. Sorry, load, you bastard. Thank you. Which is rather ironically called Rusty Remedies. It's a squat building covered in ivy and Sabine roses. Which, as I've mentioned before, lie almost above. I mean, are pinned to almost every door in the city. And I've uploaded the handout. It's in the handout section at the top. This is Daubler's shop. I'm also going to upload the Bulldogs for your pleasure. Anyway, you are standing in front of this. Place. You also see that there's a long line of people interested in going inside. They are standing in front of the entrance.
Do they look wealthy?
Yes, mostly they look like wealthy people.
Guess let's go on and look for them.
Well, there's a line. Line jumping is not a sport.
Of course, in
It's probably
Talabheim,
illegal here.
Yeah.
No, it's probably just taxed.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, well, they're wealthy, so I don't know if we could pay our way to the front.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
How long does the line look?
well, it looks like good 20 minutes, like waiting 20 minutes.
Is there like a sign incrementally that says estimated wait 20 minutes from this point?
No, but you're not stupid enough to think that it will be longer or quicker.
Alright.
I think we should
I
just
guess
get in
wait.
line.
I light my pipe. Like some Arab black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be at least a pipe's worth of time.
Yeah. You guys ever tried this?
Yeah, I tried it back in the barn in Talagheim. It's pretty amazing stuff.
I pass it to Lucas and Leopold if they want it.
I pass it on.
I'll give it a try. See what all the fuss is about.
Well, it's it's a smoke weed. Not It's interesting in taste, so to speak. To those who have never tasted before, it's probably a bit too strong. But to those who previously had a pleasure of tasting tobacco, it's decent. It's not too good. It's not too bad. It's just decent.
All right. So I go.
Yeah, exactly. I've also added the Bulldog Patrol. Actually, funnily enough, in the English version they are called dog faces, but I'm using Polish version, and here they are called bulldogs. So screw it, they're bulldogs from now on.
Okay.
Fucking translators.
They got some
God damn it.
good armor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
Anyway, they look like this. You see that they're more a ragtag. They're more of a ragtag bunch than regular soldiers, but still, they are pretty decently armored. They have mayo armor. Metal metal armor elements. Sorry, and they look like they know how to use their weapons, which can't always be said about city guards in the Empire. So you are waiting for actually only 15 minutes before a middle-aged man who looks rather energetic, actually. He's also looking healthy. Walks up to you and asks if you are all together or visiting separately.
We're all together.
All together.
Good to know. I am Ulfos Dabbler, says the man. Please follow me to my study.
All right.
As you follow
Yeah.
the man, you can actually see the resemblance between his home and the home of, the deceased apothecary, Wiedenhoft. You see that Daubler is a robust man in his late 40s. He's obviously easy to, he laughs easily. And as you are following him to his study, he makes fun of himself quite a few times. He has bright blue eyes, which are really wide, as he feels perpetually surprised. And he actually smokes a long-stemmed pipe filled with tobacco, which smells better than yours. Yeah.
As we're walking back to his study, I guess the scene from the other apothecary kind of triggers. So I'm gonna kind of be on edge and looking for little back doors or windows or avenues of approach, as if I'm nervous about us getting jumped, knowing that the other apothecary got assassinated.
All right.
So I want to be on edge.
You look for any suspicious activity, but you find none. Oh, honestly, none. Eventually, you arrive in his study, which is a big room with a large desk, wooden desk in its center, and there's also a huge collection of books and scrolls. Of course, everything smells of herbal remedies and strange, like apothecary things. Yeah. He sits behind the desk and points to a set of chairs, stuffed chairs, in front of the desk. Please sit. Tell me, what brings you to my humble abode?
I'm gonna get out the other apothecary's notes and the antidote and unroll it on his desk.
He looks at the notes. He looks at you. Please wait here for a minute. And then he literally runs out.
I want to follow him.
Yeah.
You can hear that he basically just shoos other patients from his house.
I want to stand at the door. Be like, I want to wait here at the door, make sure nobody comes in. If that's okay with you.
Actually, no. I would like for all of you to go inside my study. Don't worry, no one will come here within an hour. As he says that, you see that he locks the door, the main door, on with two large sets of keys.
Okay.
All right. He tells you as you come back to his study. This is Gotthard's hand. Where did you come by this?
I guess we'll fill him in on our trip to the Temple of Shalia, and told him that we got information to go to the other apothecaries to investigate the plague, and we found the other apothecary assassinated with all of his notes on his desk, and in a desperate attempt to collect as much information as possible, this is what we have.
Gotthard was murdered? This is terrible. Who would do such a thing?
Ratman.
You don't want to know.
You said Ratman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see that instead of blatant denial, he nods slowly and asks, "Why do you think so?"
Well,
We found some, and the blade sticking out of Goddard's neck looks similar to what they had.
I think the vermin have tried this before. Many times, in fact. The history of our empire is rife with plagues that come unexpectedly and weaken us at the worst possible time. I fear the rat folk have set their sights on Talabheim. You see that he falls silent for a moment, and then suddenly looks around at you. You have slipped in under the Talbaston, haven't you? No, don't answer. I would be obliged to report you to the bulldogs. He laughs briefly, while also shaking his head.
I glare.
What do you wish of me? I will help you as much as I am able.
well, you're kind of who told us to meet him?
Near house.
Eladio.
Near house.
Okay.
Do you,
Well, no,
Well-
near house told us about. Yeah.
as you
Oh,
said,
yeah.
as you said, he asks you, do you know that the captain is dead?
Yes, we've heard.
I also suspect the vile Ratman. This is bad. This is very bad.
Yeah, so you could be in danger as well. Just bear that in mind.
I'm
We
a
need.
I'm a healer. This is my duty, to risk my life so that others may live. I'm not afraid of getting myself in danger.
I want to point at the vial and be like, "Do you think you can duplicate this?"
Is this? Does this have to do something with the Grey Og?
We believe that's the antidote.
I am already, trying to work on a cure. Without any success. Do you, by any chance, have book or books that Wiedenhoff had been studying in his work? Or maybe you remember the title?
We have his notes, right?
Maybe the
Yeah.
notes have a reference to a book.
I said, yeah, we.
Can
yeah.
you show me the notes?
Sure.
Yeah, I rolled him out on his desk.
You see
The
that,
notes in classical, yeah.
you see that he quickly checks the notes. Ah, of course. The plague of the principality. It's it's Tylian actually. This will help a lot. Look here, he says as he runs to one of his book stands and produces an old dusty tome. He puts the tome on his desk, opens it. Look here. He points, towards a wall of text that you can't really read. This passage refers to a disease that supposedly ravaged the Italian city of Miragliano several centuries ago. It was called the Pale Shivers. It was. I've studied it a bit in my youth when I was still on the university. The Pale Shivers were non-fatal, actually, but it all makes sense. I mean, the Grey Aug has similar symptoms, but it's actually deadly. It's like someone engineered it or improved it. Yes, I must thank you, my friends. This will help me immensely in devising of a cure.
How long do you think it'll take?
I don't know. A few days, 2, maybe 3, maybe a week. I'm not sure. I'll need to read this book extensively and check poor Gotthard's notes. I will. Does any of you show symptoms of the Grey Aug? He asked quietly.
One of us does.
One of our friends.
Somebody we know, as we all answer at the same time, slightly different answers.
You don't have to tell me anything else. I will give you something that might help. And you, first of all, I will. I recommend that that this man or woman should stay in bed, take hot water baths, and keep a small piece of leather to bite on if the shivering gets too forceful. He also produces a single small urn which smells very strongly. Also, give him or her this. Make him or her inhale that. It should help. I mean, it won't cure the person, but it should help at least a bit with the plague.
I don't want to sound dire, but right now you're the only person with these notes, and probably the only person as far in the research as anybody else, and you're most likely a target. Is there anybody else you trust that you can either share the information with, so we have more than one person working on a cure in case?
No, and no, I haven't. But if Nearhouse sent you to me, you can be sure that he trusted that I'll be safe with the knowledge that you've given me. I'm not going to spread this knowledge further because I'm afraid that, well, it will do more harm than good. If any of the noble classes would hear about this, would hear that, I may have a possible solution to the plague, it would probably hinder my research. They would simply force me to work for them, or maybe even try to arrest me, and well, I wouldn't be. I mean, I would still be working on the cure, but only for the noble class. And what I want to do, what my profession compels me to do, is to help everyone, including the poor and those who can't help themselves.
I think you need someone here protecting you while you work on the cure.
I can protect myself, Halfling. In fact, the less fuss you're going to make about this, and the fewer of you will speak with me for the next few days, the better. Trust me,
Well,
I can handle myself.
Well, we may walk by here just to make sure you're still around, but I'm assuming you're going to put the closed sign up and keep yourself locked in here while you work.
Yes, actually I will. This takes top priority. My clients will have to wait.
All right. Well,
Any
I may be.
sequels finished.
I'll probably be making regular trips to the Temple District. I'll just stop by here once a day. If you want to leave a note outside, or if you don't want me to intrude in your work, just some sign that you're still working and that you're safe. That would be great.
You saw the stained glass window outside with the snake?
Yes. Yep.
I will hang a small piece of dark metal right over the snake's eye.
Okay.
I will hang it every day for an hour before noon. If for some reason the sign won't be there, well, it means that you'll probably have to find a new apothecary. He laughs mirthlessly.
In such a case, and we need to recover your information, is there a way inside that without us breaking down the door?
Unfortunately, no. I mean, I have a spare set of keys, but I don't really want to part my ways with them.
All right. Well, I'll.
That's okay. I have a set of keys right here.
Oh,
Trusting you with this, Sir Dobler.
So, what was the times? Before noon?
it's before noon. It's actually like 11.
No, when he's gonna hang the piece of metal over the eye.
Oh yeah, it's an hour before noon, so it's still like 11 a.m.
All right.
My nephew is the one afflicted with this, Sir Dobler, and I can't have his death weighing on my soul.
Don't worry, I shall help him, just like I shall help everyone who's in need, including those poor souls in Talgad. I'm pretty confident that with late Gotthard's notes, I will find a way to defeat this damn plague. Meanwhile, you keep your eyes open and watch the shadows. I've heard that the Ratmen are apt at striking from the least expected angles. And with that, he, bids you farewell, and begins to work on an antidote, or a cure, or whatever. We don't really know because none of you are men of medicine.
I take the urn that he gave us for Gennaro.
Yeah, it's like a very small urn. It's actually the size of a cup. But even with its lid closed, you can smell the strong herbal remedy inside. So you are standing outside of his place. You only see that he actually, hanged the closed until further notice sign, to which many people standing outside, of course, were pretty unsatisfied to see. They were like, "Oh, how dare he! We are his regular clients, and he treats us like that. Well, that's the last time we've ever visited him." And they're like walking away, pissed off. Yeah.
Oh, we probably should have gotten some healing salves or something while we were there.
Well,
Oops.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? It would probably, if somebody's watching us, it wouldn't necessarily be bad to go to another apothecary shop.
Yeah.
Just so they don't necessarily know, who we're looking for.
Yeah.
In fact, it would probably be good to stop at several.
Yeah. And then Lucas, you're like, well, that was useless. I guess we have to move on to the next apothecary.
And the first guy that's rude to us act like he's the one that's...
Yeah.
Cure the
Oh, we finally found you. What? Alright. Well, I guess, personal stuff, I wouldn't mind going to the Temple District at this point. Do we want to look for Deadeye?
Well, isn't the thing Deadeye's going to find us? So, and if we do, I mean, if we really do need to go buy some other apothecary, at least one to get, actual healing stuff. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to wander off to the temple district, I'm sure that's fine, and the rest of us would keep going looking for that. Although, I don't know.
So it's Nord Gate right now, right? Or walled Nord Gate.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out because there's was there 2, 4, 6, 7? There's 7 gates over there, so I'm not sure which one is the one.
Actually,
the one
said it was Dragon's Home, so that's
right,
where
You're
right,
close
so
to
Dragon's-
the low district, actually.
yeah. So close to one of the gates near number 9, maybe.
There looks like a gate that goes directly. Where are we going?
Well, that's just it. That's what I'm trying to get at? Is I'm not sure which gate we're at, and I'm curious as to whether that one gate that's right there at the top, at the corner between the God's Row and the Law District and Dragon's Home, if that's one we can use to get into the God's Row or not. It's not clear to me how you get
can.
in there.
You can.
Okay.
That way we don't have to go through the Law District.
God's Row is the temple district basically.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we're right there. We might as well. And we could probably all do with a few prayers to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Priest of Shalia might be able to take some of these wounds off.
There you go.
Yeah, I vote God's Row. I think that's where we should go. For
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, we could keep an eye out for apothecary signs as we go too. So.
So what? You are going to the God's Row, right?
Yes.
You are passing through the gate, which of course forces you to pay the tax. 1 penny per each foot.
Okay.
Looks
So
like
it's-
20, 25, and
Well, it's just the 4 of us now, so.
Yeah.
22. No, I'm just looking at where we want to go. So the Shalian Sanatorium is number 20. The Temple of Moor is 22, and the Temple of Sigmar is 25. And then Tal is 26 if you want to go to the Temple of Tal.
Who wants to go there?
Yeah.
So, you are walking inside the God's Row, and immediately you see the difference between this place and the Merchant District, not to mention the Talos. You see that this place has been... It looks very artificial. Everything is made by the line, so to speak. Everything just is placed right next to the other. In just the right, in just the right distance. It's very clean here. It's very obviously a lot of money goes to maintaining this place. As a place worthy of the gods, so to speak. The grass has been cut to just right height. There's no garbage laying on the ground. There are no feces. There are no beggars here, and there are of course a lot of people walking back and forth. Although they're only walking on foot. There are no horses here.
Hey, can we take a quick restroom break?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
I
cool.
mean,
Thanks.
we'll be ending soon anyway, but yeah.
Oh, okay. If we're gonna end soon, I can.
I mean, 18 more minutes, I guess.
Oh yeah. Let's keep going then.
Okay, because it's almost 10 p.m. here in Poland, and I still have a few things to do before tomorrow. So anyway, you are walking through the streets. There's the reliquary road, full of stands selling relics of Dabius origin, probably. I mean, after all, how many fingers could Sigmar have, right?
Just ask his wife.
Yes, He didn't had any actually, but anyway. You also see that there are a lot of bulldogs here, patrolling the streets and making sure that everyone behaves just as they should. Almost everyone here clutches a small pendant of their, chosen deity, as well as having the rose, Shalayan rose, pinned in their to their clothes, despite, for example, clutching a silver hammer or, the head of a wolf. Symbol of Ulrich. So anyway, you are walking through this very ordained, very proper place, and are actually pretty amazed that the Talabheim, that the Talabheim's rulers managed to maintain order of such magnitude here. Where do you want to go?
I think we should go to the Shalayan or Shalian. What's it called again? Their hospice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should go there first.
All right. You are making your way to the Shalayan hospice, which is a very big building connected to the Shalayan temple with an overhead pass. You see that it's at least it's 5 stories high. It is made completely from a white stone which shines in the dull sunlight. Of course, there are a lot of people standing outside, many of whom are, if not showing symptoms of the plague, then probably managing to conceal them rather well. Because, guys, as you are walking through the streets, you've heard from people talking around you that the bulldogs arrest anyone who's showing signs of the grey og, and for example, forcing people not to go out of their homes if anyone in said home is sick. That home is then marked with a red cross on the door. And what it does is basically the death sentence for everyone inside, because they can't buy food and they can get fresh water and so on. So yeah, that's actually pretty grim. So you are outside the hospice. You walk inside. There are a lot of people inside, of course. You see many priestesses of Shalea, as well as acolytes. In white robes and with a symbol of a white dove over their necks. There are also quite a few students who are apparently, learning the arcana of medicine here. And as for the people visiting, the hospice, and who are not either priests or doctors, most of them are poor, beggars, poor people, those who can afford services of apothecaries like Daubler. Yeah, so please, what now?
Try to get the attention. Get the attention of some medical professional, one of the sisters, or say, we're poor travelers who are in need of your services.
A young sister, not very pretty, but rather average looking, with a white cowl over her head, stops and she looks you up and down with her cold blue eyes. Yes, how can I help you? You don't look sick, and I have many people here who are in need of my services.
Yes, ma'am. I have some wounds that need tending.
Show me the wounds then.
I'd say I pull my my jerkin aside a little bit to show the gash in my chest.
It looks nasty indeed. Wait for a couple minutes here. I will deal with my patient that I'm currently returning to, and then I will help you.
Thank you.
Right. You actually wait for 30 minutes
All right.
before she comes back. You see that her hands are stained with blood. You don't know who she was helping, or where she went. Please follow me.
Yes, sister.
Should we all follow suit, or?
No, you can stay here. I will help your friend. Don't you know?
Do they know about cross-contamination?
Don't make an unnecessary crowd, she says.
Vincent and Lucas are also in pretty.
Yeah, I'm pretty visually
Yeah,
burnt and scarred, and
I'm only down 4 hit points, so I'm not going to look enough to get them to see me.
All
I was
right.
gonna say, isn't Vincent like? He
Yeah.
still has like all his facial hair burnt off.
yeah, and my armor is torn and burnt, and I don't look very pretty right now.
Look like Mr. Clean.
Yeah, but you actually
Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
bald guy from Tala. Yeah, but actually, you know why she's not offering her help to you, Vincent? Because there are so many people here, with most of whom, you are standing tall and straight, and you are obviously, you're not like dying. And you see that a lot of people here are coughing their lungs out, or shivering, with gray patches all over their faces and necks. Most of these are poor people, and as you look at them, you realize with some, concern or maybe even horror, that the Grey Oak is fully present in Talabheim as well. And that's really bad news, because you were actually hoping that you left this god-forsaken plague in Talgat. So unless you ask her to help you, she probably won't do it, herself, because she, despite the fact that you're wounded, in her eyes you're not that much in need.
All right.
So she takes you, Leopold, to a small alcove, and she quickly administers help to you. And yeah, she.
And you have the
to
plan.
that. You can add 4 hit points to your
Oh, sweet.
sheet. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, she disinfected the wound, applied some salve, which smells really strong, and not much pleasant. Bandaged you and told you not to remove the bandage for 2 more days, or to get it dirty. And then she practically shoved you away, and returned to helping other people.
Could I request if she could do anything for me?
She looks at you rather irritably. Yes, of course. Please come this way.
All right.
She also suggests rather openly, after helping you, that she hopes that you leave a substantial donation to the temple and poor people inside.
Yeah, I was gonna ask where the tithe box is.
You saw the tithe boxes outside.
Okay.
Vincent,
I'll take care of that.
she applied some salves to your burns, applied some bandages, but she said that that's all she could do, and unfortunately she failed the test, so you're not healed.
All right.
Oh man.
But it pains a bit less than
Alright.
before. As Vincent returns, you can see that he's like glistening, like
She
Ken.
paints she paints some fake eyebrows on me.
yeah,
and a mustache.
and a fake mustache.
I'm gonna go
How do I
put
look,
10
guys?
in the tithe box.
How much?
10 silver.
All right. Well, the tithe boxes are right next to the door. No one is overseeing them, but then the priests, they just think that you have to be a real bastard to steal from Shalians.
Actually, I take that back. I want to put 5 gold crowns in there. That's
Whoa.
exactly 1/10 of what I have of my
Uh-huh.
own money.
All right, you've put 5 crowns in there. Good for you.
I'll put in a couple shillings.
Don't worry about it. That's what the 5 gold was for.
Oh, you're covering everybody? I thought you were
Yeah,
just being super generous.
I'm covering my contributions to Ronald as well with that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. You've put some money into tithe boxes, and you go outside. Some of you are feeling better, others not so much, but still, it's better than nothing.
Yes.
Yeah. So, so what now? You're standing in the God's Row. Actually, the noon has already passed, as you've heard the bells. There are many priests of different gods, mainly the priests of Sigmar and Tal, standing on the corners of this district, proclaiming that their chosen deity will save us all, or wants you to keep the faith, or will see us through this terrible crisis, and so on and so on. It is true what the fat merchant said. There are no speeches about "you're all going to burn in hell," ha ha ha. And I think we've lost someone. Yeah, we lost Sean.
Oh god, he's still on the in roll 20.
Yep. Okay, I'm going.
It's a sign from the gods.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to try to add him once again.
Hello?
Oh, hi there, Sean. All right.
Hey, what happened?
I don't know.
Something happened?
We've kind of missed you for a minute.
A bad reaction to the salve.
Yeah.
Okay. All I was trying to say just then was that I wanted to go to the Temple of Sigmar because I need to get my new mace blessed, and
Great.
and maybe another purity seal if I can scrounge one up. I don't know.
All right. Do you guys follow him?
Yes.
All right. You
Which temple are we going into?
Sigmar.
Sigmar.
I'll stand outside.
Someone here doesn't like Sigmar? Not in my house.
Yeah.
That's not what I said. I said I'll stand outside.
No. I know you heretic. Anyway, you are all walking towards the Sigmar's temple, which is the third biggest temple in Talabheim. A magnificent building, built from marble and steel. Actually, it is the tallest of all the buildings in the God's Row, but not the biggest. You see that its spires are stretching so high that, well, it is true, they are visible from almost every place in the city, including the Talos. Actually, the spires were one of the first things that you saw as you were walking through the Talos.
Mm.
And actually, it is the Sigmar's temple, which from which the bells toll every single hour, working as a sort of time device for people of Talabheim. You're standing outside this impressive-looking building with its mighty gates, stained glass windows, marble and steel walls. Yeah, it looks like it's overcompensating for something a bit. Of course, there's the Imperial Cross above the entry door, as well as presented on the entry door itself. And you also see that the temple, like many other temples of Sigmar, has been built in a way that it can actually work as a defensive structure. There are firing slits in the walls. The steel panels bolted into the marble would make it very hard for anyone to burn the temple down. It's beautiful, but it's also very, very sturdy and defensible. And 2 armed guards, fully plated, and with insignia of Sigmar all above their bodies, all above their clothes and armor, stand outside, guarding the place. So, who goes inside?
I'll go in.
I go inside.
I go inside too.
All right.
Yeah, I already said I'm standing outside, so.
Yeah, you're standing outside. You're not. You won't go inside the temple. However, your companions do. Inside, of course, there are no sitting benches, since you can sit in any of the temples of Sigmar. The building has a couple of stories. Is a couple of stories high. I mean, it's 2 stories high, not counting the towers. And on the bottom floor, you can see an incredible mural on the floor, which presents a twin-tailed comet, whose head also works as the presbyterium. I hope you know what that is. It's like the most holy.
So.
It's like the most holy place in the temple, actually.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the presbyter. So
Yeah, presbyter. Sorry.
But no, I mean it's where the Presbyterians get their name from, but
Right.
it's kind of it's an archaic term. So
Yeah. You also see a common enough motif in almost every Sigmar's temple, which is the empty throne at the end of the presbytery. Every Sigmar's temple has an empty throne for when the Sigmar returns, actually. No one knows where he will return. So, for example, if he will return in Talabheim, there is a throne waiting for him. But there is also a throne waiting for him in a small temple in some backwater shithole, in Stirland. Though he'll be able to return and sit on the throne. There's so it looks very opulent, very, very, very expensive. Expensively decorated, so to speak. There are, of course, many faithful inside, praying, speaking to clerics or to themselves. So. And there are, of course, priests, and mainly normal priests, not the warrior kind. At least none that you can see.
Okay, I approach one of the priests and I say, "Father."
You actually said father to a kid who's 17 years old, but he looks at you. Hello there, faithful servant of the Heldenhammer. How may I help you in this fine day?
I'm looking to have my weapons blessed.
Blessed in the name of Sigmar, I presume.
Of course.
That's
Praise Sigmar.
no, Mirmirda.
Mermedia.
Mierda. No.
That's fantastic. Please allow me to bless your weapon.
Yes, here.
With that, he pulls out a small vial of water, and he splashes the water on your weapon and also on your face, which is kind of irritating. He splashes it for a good few seconds. Your weapon is blessed, my dear friend. May you carry,
Praise Sigmar.
May you carry Sigmar's will as your torch, and with it destroy the shadows.
Yes.
And you see that with that he begins to sob I'm sorry, this is just a very touching moment for me. Because you come here to have your weapon blessed, and with it destroy the enemies of man, you brave little soldier. And with that he gives you a huge hug.
Okay.
I slowly clap.
And he doesn't really want to let you go. It's that kind of hug that is very uncomfortable. Yeah.
Okay, Leopold, we'll see you back here in about a half hour.
Yes.
Don't forget to buy him dinner.
No, he needs to buy me dinner. So So it's okay. We will defeat our enemies.
I know you will. And with that, he lets you go. And I'm sorry, my love for Sigmar is so strong that I sometimes forget myself. Anyway, you'll have your weapon blessed. You can go now.
Okay. I quickly pat my purse just to make sure that all my stuff is there.
Damn it!
Just in-
I was hoping you wouldn't notice that he stole your shit. No, of course it's there. It's there. You just think that he probably is crazy.
Okay. All right. Just making sure. You know, some random guy in a temple says he's a priest and then hugs you uncomfortably long time.
Yeah, is that a hammer in your pants, or are you just happy to see it?
Yeah, pretty much. Say, yeah. So does he take off, or can I get one more parting thing?
Well, he's not taking off. He just, steps a few. He makes a few steps back, and he's cleaning his face from the manly tears of Sigmar.
Yes.
But yeah, he's not going anywhere just yet.
Would it be possible for you to bless my sling as well? Because I'm not really a Deadeye.
Oh, of course. I can do this. Give me your sling.
Okay.
You handsome bastard.
Maybe somebody else is a Deadeye.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you give him your sling. He basically soaks it in holy water. Gives it back. It's really damp. Here you
Now
go.
it's ruined.
Damp with piety.
Of course it is. Here you go. Now you can smack people with it and stuff.
Yeah.
In the face.
He doesn't know what a sling is used for.
Probably not.
So he ruined it by getting it wet. So.
Yeah.
I want to say a little quiet prayer to Sigmar and thank him for shielding me in the last several fights.
That's pretty much what I'm gonna do here. Is find one of the shrines and kneel to it and say, while Leopold is doing his thing, I'll be saying a little prayer to Sigmar. Then I'll give a donation.
Yeah.
All right. You of course leave some donation. Leave a donation in the prayer box. I don't know how much you want to leave, but it's up to you. You also tell a small prayer to Sigmar, to the hammer that is presented on the presbytery.
Okay.
And with that rather awkward situation with the young priest, you exit the temple.
I put in 5 shillings.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, 5 shillings.
All right. Sally, you put anything?
Yeah, I'll match 5 shillings.
Cool. All right. With that, you exit the temple. You see Leopold standing outside.
Lucas.
Lucas, yeah.
Lucas. I always confuse you too. No hard feelings, of
Leopold is
course.
blushing.
Yeah. Yeah, you see that Leopold is actually red on his face. Red. Yes, that was certainly uncomfortable for you. And that's it for today. We shall return to our adventures next time. So, points. Today everyone gets 60 points for the game. Everyone gets 10 points for their characters. Tell me about your homeland. Ryan, Thalia, Moot.
I asked for a rabbit pie, back home, and I said a casa de ratti when we're fighting the rats.
I can give you 5 points for this. Andy?
Yeah, I think most of... I don't know, I think the kind of things I did maybe more fall into religion than homeland. So, I don't know that I did a whole lot that was particularly Talabheim land over cow worshipping, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, I saw more Tau worshipping than Talabheim
Yeah.
stuff. But you can read about Talabheim stuff in Sigmar's Heirs. There are
Yeah. I have it, and just I mean, I don't know that there was a whole lot that came up as an opportunity today to
Okay,
do a whole lot of that. So
sure. For example, I mean, I remember that Talabheimlanders actually enjoy moonshine a lot. But,
yeah.
all right. Now, Jason, Wissenland.
Yeah, I tried to strike up a conversation with the dwarf on like what mountain region he was from, because I know Wissenland has good
Yeah.
relations with the dwarves to the west,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
apparently he wasn't from there, so
no, he was from the Walls Edge Mountains, Manning.
yeah.
Get to the wall wagon.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Get to the
5
airship.
Get to the wagon.
Get to that gyrocopter. That was good. I mean,
Yeah.
Jason, that was good. 5 points for you.
Okay.
Sean, what about you? Listen, Andrew.
Well, again, that might fall into more into the religion. I was trying to hedge my bets and go to a couple different places. I also had the ulterior motive of trying to get myself healed and see if I could drop any Deadeye references in the Temple of Sigmar.
Yeah.
But, so I don't know.
I can give you 5 points for that.
Okay.
Alright, religion. Brian.
I set up prayer to Lucina and made some sizable donations at the Temple District.
Okay. 5 points. Andrew.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think kind of losing it with the Skaven for being a natural abomination, spitting on them and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was actually good. I'm going to give you 10 for that. Jason.
I guess just the interest in going to the Temple District, one of my personal priorities. Trying to think if there's anything on top of that.
Because from what I remember, you're kind of a Mori kind of guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was looking for shrines as soon as we got into town, but there weren't any in that first area.
Well, I mean, you tried, so it's worth 5 points. Sean. Sean, what about you? Sean's not here. Oh, that's he once again, yeah.
What did Sean?
Wait, can I try to reconnect?
You can't.
Yeah, he blessed his base.
Yes. I actually tried to reconnect. Sean, you here? Alright, whoever is making the notes, give him 10 points for religion. Who's making the notes?
Me, I got it.
I don't know if he's online. Alright, anyway, star sign. Brian.
Ria's Cauldron, Righteous, Fearless, Merciful. Been looking after Gennaro.
10 points for you, yeah, definitely. After that we have Andrew.
Mummet the Fool, which is sensible, intuitive, and lucky. I mean, I think
10 points because you were very intuitive and sensible today. I liked it a lot.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I was trying to push. You go ahead and get in the room for a couple months, so Gennaro could, kind of keep low and stuff. So
yeah.
So we sensibly weren't walking around the street with somebody who was clearly sick.
Yeah, actually that's true, and that's why you get 10 points. Jason?
Gungren's Baldric, profession of arms, militant, killed a Skaven, and then I was very concerned about the security of the apothecary, so kind of putting that up as a priority.
10 points. I liked the suggestion that someone should watch Doubler and so on.
Yeah.
So Sean, shit. What star sign do you have? Wait a second. Yeah, I don't remember. I'm going to actually try and see what star sign does Sean have. Has, whatever. Star sign, Cacklefax the Cockerel. I don't know what the hell this star sign actually is.
Did he put it
being
on his
cheap.
character sheet?
Being cheap. So he was
Yeah, he
trying
did.
to lower the price for the rooms.
Yeah. Okay, 10 points. So now we go to Doom. Brian.
Blind is the maiden that shall wait thy soul. I specifically said when we were talking to Dobler, I can't have Gennaro's death weighing on my soul when I die.
10 points, nice. Andrew.
The sword shall bring no justice, only suffering. I mean, maybe killing the Skaven, but that would apply to all combat. There was really nothing related to any kind of justice or equality otherwise.
Yeah, actually. You could comment, on killing the Skaven with your axe. Like, let me ask you a question, for example. Right?
Yeah.
Or it was an accident. Sorry for the horrible puns. Yeah, next time's the charm. Jason, what about you?
This is Doom.
Yeah, it is Doom and Gloom.
Okay. The tiniest of Tal's children, will feast upon thy gut.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the tunnel when I when attacking the Skaven, Vincent realized that his whole the armor that was protecting his gut was just now destroyed, and he's in the caves with these giant rats, which he's been fearing for the last few days. He kind of was like, okay, well, this is either the end or he has to fight through, and so he went after the Skaven and
Okay.
successful and
Oh,
survived his doom.
you're here, Sean.
Yeah. I don't know what happened because it was showing you guys as up there, and then all of a sudden I looked and it was gone, and so I called you back.
Okay,
So-
no worries.
So hot in Arizona, your internet shut down.
Actually, the internet here lately has been pretty weird. I'm surprised that more stuff didn't come up earlier, but whatever. Okay, yeah. So I got that. You told me about the religion and the star sign. The Doom.
Oh, sorry, by the way, Jason, you get 5 points for that, alright?
Okay.
Cool. Sean.
What?
And I just typed in there. I don't know if you did the any ideas. I don't know if it counted, but the
No, we haven't
idea.
done ideas yet. We're still on Doom.
Okay, Doom. Gotcha. All right, Doom. I don't feel like I did anything with Doom this time.
Okay. So now, race. Sally, 5 points for Halfling. And ideas. Now we go to the idea section. Brian, any ideas?
Leaving Gennaro at the hotel, but I don't know whose idea that was.
Yeah, but I mean ideas that actually further adventure forward.
Can you guys think of anything? Like
Perhaps
anybody?
I suggested asking for apothecaries generally versus specifically, but I don't know. We got lucky and the first person told us about the one we needed, so.
Trying to develop a way of signaling with the apothecary without actually interacting with them.
Oh,
Like the
Oh yeah.
he came up with the idea, but the fact that we would stop by once a day if there was some way he can signal to us that he's okay and still working.
alright, so
Or-
who thought about that?
I mentioned it, then he came up with you came up with the idea on how to do it.
5 points for you, Jason. And I think that's it, honestly.
Jason, what did you get for star sign?
Did I get 5 for that or 10? I may have got. I got 10 for that. That's Gungren's Baldric, Militant, Profession of Arms.
And Lucas, what did you get for Doom?
Doom, none.
Okay. Do you guys have your totals? Because I think I missed something.
I had
just wanna
90.
double check everybody.
I got 95.
I got 100.
I got 105.
So
And Lucas, you got 70, 80, 90. You have 90, is that right?
Who?
Lucas.
Lucas, yeah, 90. That's what I said. Yeah.
Okay.
okay, guys. So that's it for today. Since Andy will be out for the next 2 Sundays, I suggest that we could play on 13th of the month.
The 30th?
Yeah, but I'm just going to say it now. I'll be away from 6 to 12 next month, August,
Okay.
because I'm I'm traveling to my girlfriend's country, Armenia, and yeah, so I'll be back. I'll be back on 12, so I could potentially play on 13th. You know, without probably much problems. But yeah, 13th of July would probably be the last game before my vacation. What do you say about that?
Sounds good.
30th.
30th.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that should
Yeah.
work.
Everyone's cool? Okay, cool. So we'll be playing on 30th. Right, we are currently on the 3rd chapter out of 7. So we are doing, I would say, pretty well. I hope that everyone is having fun. As usual, if you have any suggestions or comments that I should, change something or improve something, then please write or catch me on Skype. I'm open to propositions. Not matrimonial ones, of course. I'm not open to those. Yeah.
I just like to not.
Like, other than that, I don't have anything.
Yeah,
that?
I mean, of course, maybe not right now, but write it later on Facebook or don't. I mean, I'm not your boss, so I'll see you soon. Thanks for the game. It was, as usual, it was great. Catch you all guys later.
Yep. Cool.
All right.
Good.
Bye.
All right, take care, fellas. Bye.
Good game.
Take care.
Good game, yeah.
Yeah.